for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-878-6993. 800-878-6993. 800-878-6993.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. The 3 p.m. hour is presented by First Liberty Building and Loan.
The legend Neil Bortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's the Kimmer. How's it going? Here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
These phrases, I believe, are designed and became part of the American lexicon in an effort to dampen down the idea of merit or accomplishment. One of them is the less fortunate. It's applied to our homeless people, vagrants, whatever, and it creates the impression that these people, the homeless, the drug addicts, they just weren't lucky. It has nothing to do with merit. It has nothing to do with character or principle. It's all about luck. If you can pay your rent, make your car payments, feed your children, you're just lucky. If you can't, well, you're just less lucky. The less fortunate.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Gates allegations. I'm Deborah Valentine, Fox News. The House Ethics Committee has released a damning report on former Congressman Matt Gaetz. It alleges Gaetz used illegal drugs and regularly paid for sex, including with an underage girl. Fox's Eben Brown.
Republican former Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida is taking to his X account to deny claims made in the House Ethics report that he engaged in prostitution. In posted screenshots, presumably of witness testimony transcripts, Gaetz highlights instances where the witnesses claim to have never charged for services, but that money was received, with Gaetz commenting he was dating this person at the time and simply gave her money. Gaetz also claims the release of the report by the House Ethics Committee is defamatory and that as a former House member, they hold no jurisdiction over him. In Broward County, Florida, Eben Brown, Fox News.
President-elect Trump wants to buy Greenland, even though Denmark says it's not for sale. Here's Fox's Therese Crowley.
President-elect Trump interrupting Russia and China in their global bid for domination of the Arctic. Posting on Truth Social, for national security and freedom throughout the world, the U.S. feels that ownership and control of Greenland is an absolute necessity, as he named his pick for U.S. ambassador to Denmark, PayPal co-founder Ken Howry. Denmark's response has been it's not for sale. Ever since then, President Trump first floated the idea of buying Greenland in 2020. Russia has sought to claim territory in Greenland's exclusive economic zone. The island holds mineral deposits, maybe vast oil, but also the only permanent ice sheet outside Antarctica. Trump suggests ownership could hold the key to global and climate security. Therese Crowley, Fox News.
AAA says the current average for a gallon of regular gas is $3.04, and that is up about 2 cents since last week. America's listening to Fox News.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text REP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text REP to 321-321. That's REP to 321-321.
Look out, here we go. It's only me, it's only the Kimmer. With Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, sports raconteur extraordinaire, with a tie and T-shirt today. And the mechanical mangler at the controls. It's Flounder. It's freaking Monday, baby. Look at everyone.
Oh, the day.
It's almost Christmas. Holy smokes. And by the way, it's beautiful and sunny. It's cold, chilly. You know, it's not. I used to live in Chicago, so hardly said this is cold. But man, it's a beautiful sunny day, and no snow this year for Christmas. Looks like, although possible. Pete Davis.
The frost stays on the ground all day long up here, and it looks like snow when I look outside.
Yeah, the mountains will make it. In fact, my videos over the weekend when I got to the stable, I get there around not early in the morning, but a little after 10 or something, because I have the time before. I actually have a schedule where I go to the stable at specific times because I want to see Stretchy before they take him in at 11. I've got to get Apollo before he goes out because he's going to roll for me if I'm lucky. And so I have like a timing of all the different horses that go out and do the things that I want to catch on video. So, but anyway, I was there like at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I looked at some of the pastures frozen. I mean, and this time of year they have to go out and chip over the ice and stuff. So it was cool. Anyway, but it's Christmas. Good grief. And by the way, holy cow, it's almost Christmas. I mean, I don't know.
Did you hear about the guy who stole the Advent calendar?
No, what happened? I couldn't believe it. What happened? What?
He got 25 days.
Got 25 days for the. Oh, hey. Well, thank you. All right, sir. And is Christmas time now, Pete Davis? You're in town. I think I think we mentioned before. You're not traveling this year.
In town.
I mean, not going. Yeah, not leaving town. Yeah, this year. So
I'm ensconced in the mountain hideaway.
Yes. Now, and you have some kind of party tonight, I think you mentioned, or is that
actually, I am leaving the mountain hideaway on Christmas Day. So I won't say where I'm going.
Well, we want to do that anyway. So everything all set to go. You're already no stress, no problem, and
Christmas parties every night. It's just I'm worn thin by all the parties, and I made atomic dip for tonight. I got the cranberry raspberry salad for tomorrow night. It's just.
Wow.
I'm just so wanted and needed.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I was just saying to a couple of my buddies, if I have one more glass of eggnog and one more freaking party saluting me for the job, honest to God, I can't. I think I've gained like 9 pounds. Jeez. Flounder, how you doing there? Miss Veronica, how was your weekend? I think you were traveling with relatives?
Yeah, we went to Valdosta Saturday morning and spent the evening there and came back early Sunday and had a Christmas Day with her side of the family.
Oh, excellent. Actual like a Christmas?
Yeah, we opened presents. She cooked,
very nice.
Candace's mom cooked a delicious meal.
Well, there you are. Now, how long did it take you to get from Valdosta back? How long is that trip these days?
She's about 30 miles south of there, so it's about a 3.5 hour drive from Roswell.
Damn. From Roswell? That's not bad.
What do you mean not bad? 3.5 hour drive to Valdosta. You fall asleep somewhere between Macon and Valdosta because it's the most boring road in the world.
Because it's a straight shot on 75.
That's the way. I don't.
So
85.
I have and my ways has nothing but back roads, baby. I know toll roads and no interstates, and I don't. And I love it.
It would take him 6 hours if he took.
That's
the back
fine by me. That's fine. But honestly, it's a whole thing.
I understand when you're trying to avoid traffic. To not go on the interstate,
well,
but if I'm
hurry,
trying to get somewhere,
if you're going you're seeing your relatives, you're going to go on 75. I'm just saying. Well, again, it's me. It's not like I'm, holding anybody up. Okay. Oh, the wife's really anxious me to get home. Hey, honey, where are you? She keeps texting me. Come on, you bastard! I was hoping to make love real fast. All right. Hey, come on.
Get some milk on the way.
Yeah, 307. Yeah. Now don't hurry. I got something going on here. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, take your time. Be as late as you want. Yeah.
I told the taxi driver to show me a good time. He took me to
my place. Yeah, look out. Thank you. Oh, my God. 307. Anyway, we laugh and joke. We fool right. Here's our number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Okay, here's the deal. Today's Monday. Well, we're here today. We're here tomorrow. And then we're off for a few days. So we are here today and tomorrow. And we're doing a lot of Christmassy stuff and a lot of goofy stuff and comedy stuff and bits and things. And we're just kind of goofing around, having a little fun. Because there's horrible stories in the news. My God, the latest information on the guy who set that girl on fire on the subway platform. Did you see the video of that cop walking by?
Yeah, didn't care.
Jeez. And in fact, the guy who did it, he was sitting there fanning the flames, and then the cops actually told him, move along, buddy, move along, nothing to see here, and then realized later that was the guy who set her on fire. But they didn't know. I mean, the guy's up there fanning I think he was fanning the flames to make them go bigger, not to put them out. You don't fan flames to make them, you don't put them out by fanning them. You have to smother them. Anyway, so we got that story. We got the Matt Gaetz. My head's exploding on this Matt Gaetz thing. What a nasty, vicious thing to do about a guy who was single and like 30-ish and hot young babes were all over him and his girlfriends. And he said, well, I'll pay your plane ticket if you want to go with me to the so-and-so. I mean, that's not exactly prostitution. Dear God. I mean, anyway, even if it just shows
what the state will do. If they don't like you, what the state will do to get you.
And they lost, and they got him. In fact, they won because they lost the election, and they still got rid of Matt Gaetz. They still told Donald Trump, we're not going along with you. And they're still doing it even today. There's no reason to release that report. He's gone. He's done. He's out of politics. He's just a private guy now. I mean, this is so freaking vicious. Anyway, so we got that story for us. Also, the Donald Trump thing. I saw a lot of that speech in Phoenix. Man, he was cooking. I'll tell you, Donald Trump is one of the great podium guys all of a sudden. I never thought of him like that, but he really, he says, oh, by the way, we're putting Mount McKinley back on that mountain over there in Alaska. Yeah, because they took it down.
Who cares?
I know, but again, it's just a thing. But still, the balls on it. He's just saying, oh, yeah. It's one thing after another.
The money to change the name back and forth.
It doesn't, but that's not the point. It's not going to happen. They're not going to. It's just for him to say it. And the same thing when he said, we're taking green. We want Greenland. Oh, by the way, the Panama Canal, we're getting a canal back. The whole thing is just hysterical. Anyway.
Why pick a fight with Panama?
Why not? It's just, I just love it. Honest to God, it's going to be a great couple of years. Anyways, we got that going for us. We got $1 billion. And the commutation, President this is not a nice man. Slimy. How could he commute the sentences to living forever with 3 squares a day and all the sex you want and exercise in the pen and everything else for guys who murdered children? Seriously. And then he says, well, he's against the death penalty. Well, but he's not against the death penalty for those 3 guys. Well, then you're not against the death penalty. So if you're not against the death penalty, then don't be against the death penalty. You freaking dirty, stinking phony. It's like abortion. Either you're for abortion or you're not. It doesn't matter if the excuse is either you're for abortion or you're not. It's either alive or dead, alive or dead. There's okay. All right. So now we're going to get off of all that because here we're going to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 3:11. On behalf of all of us here, as we bring into the Christmas season here, as we get so much closer, we bring now, Flounder, if you will, sir, in honor of what happened many years ago in a popular TV land. We bring you now today's celebration because this, my friends, on this date, December 23rd, it's Festivus for the rest of us.
Maybe.
Haven't celebrated Festivus in years. What is your interest?
Well, just tell me everything, huh?
Many Christmases ago, I went to buy a doll for my son. I reached for the last one they had, but so did another man. As I rained blows upon him, I realized there had to be another way.
What happened to the doll?
It was destroyed. But out of that, a new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
That must have been some kind of doll.
She was. And at the Festivus dinner, you gather your family around and tell them all the ways they have disappointed you over the past year.
And is there a tree?
No, instead there's a pole. Requires no decoration. I find tinsel distracting.
Frank, this new holiday of yours is scratching me right where I itch.
Let's do it then.
All right.
Festivus is back!
George Costanza and the family, Festivus for the rest of us. Anyways, 3:12.
Real quick, we got Stan on the horn. He wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Stan, welcome aboard. Happy Monday to you, sir, and welcome on. What's going on?
What's up, Kevin? Just Merry Christmas to you and Flounder and Pete. And I'll tell you what they did to Mike Gaetz. Was that a Republican to release that?
Well, they allowed it to be released. I mean, apparently the committee voted. I don't have the breakdown of who voted for what, but again, I mean, this is just appalling. The man's a private citizen, and they got him already. They killed his career. They ended the man's political career when he was probably going to hope to be president one day. He was on a track to be a big shot national politician, and they went after him even when they didn't have to.
It's disgusting. I mean, thank God for Donald Trump. I hope he straightens out the Republican Party, because there's big idiots as there ever is.
Yeah, I know. And they got to either get on board or get gone. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Stan. I really appreciate it, sir. Have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year, too. And again, by the way, if you'd like to wish your friends or family or something, or just say it out loud, or tell us about a Christmas thing or a happy Christmas story, let's have a little fun. We got so much bad news, and it's all coming up here in about a minute. So we'll do so. By the way, we got special things with special live presentation for you, and rainy day stuff, and redneck stuff, and going to read a poem later. And you're going to mock me, but I'm doing it anyway. It's 3:14.
Fill every stocking you find. The kids are gonna love you so. Leave a toy for Johnny. Leave a doll for Mary. Leave something fruity for Donnie. And don't forget about Gary.
Stream Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, Glenn Beck, Fox News, and even NASCAR on Sundays. Anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app. Download the app now and get 24/7 access to the live stream, the latest news, and everything you need to know about Atlanta's only conservative talk station. Download the Extra 106.3 app for Apple or Android and check out even more great original content at thepodcastpark.com.
All right, look out now. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. 3:15 on 106.3. 404-741-1230 if you would like to join us. And join our friends at Atlanta Safe House. You know, I think they have the big Toys for Tots box up there. I'll bet you can still get, if you're up in the area right now, on Industrial Boulevard in Ackworth. That's where they have their showroom, and happy to show you all this. In fact, all these beautiful safes. And by the way, I'd love to brag about the brand names, the top Browning, for crying out loud. And these guys, Browning has rebates going on right now. These high, big-time Charlie safes. And by the way, they can design them any way you want on the inside. It's not just big, empty black steel box. It's a place to store what stuff you need. And so if you want to store jewelry or cash or documents and so forth. And again, I can't emphasize enough about me and my stupid medical records, but things like your living will, real estate transactions. Somebody tried to come out of the blue for like 8 years. Well, it was like 14 years ago on some real estate thing, but I said, I got it. Boom, bam, pow. Anyway, so it helps you. Pistol safes, high security safes, vault doors. They can build you a family storm shelter. And the thing about these, by Jeff and Mark and the whole crew, I mean, they love America. They love to protect your rights. These are real Constitution folks. They're not giving away your master reset code to somebody. They also have only off-duty police, firefighters, and military, because you can trust them to deliver your safe and vault it to the cement floor if you feel like it, if you want it, when they deliver to your business office or any place you look like. Tell them the camera sent you, please. Toys for Tots and the ho, 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 protecting your rights and your stuff. And on the web, atlantasafehouse.com.
This holiday season, give her something she'll cherish forever. Something she'll wear every day. Something she'll look at and smile every time. Hi, I'm Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. This year, we've got the perfect gift for the holidays at an incredible price. How about a 1-carat tennis bracelet, just $9.99, and a 2-carat bracelet for $19.99, 3-carat for $29.99, all the way up to a 7-carat bracelet for only $69.99. Why the tennis bracelet? It's timeless style. It adds sparkle to any outfit. They are comfortable enough to wear every day and can be dressed up or down for any occasion. Tennis bracelets can also be family heirlooms that can be passed down from generation to generation. And if you get it at Solomon Brothers, you know you are getting the most beautiful, all-natural diamonds at the very best price. So stop in any one of our 3 stores on Peachtree Road in Buckhead, Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta, and on Fisher Crossing Drive in Sharpsburg. Visit us online at SolomonBrothers.com or on Instagram at Solomon Brothers.
You may know that ATL Turf Co. has become a leader in artificial grass design and installation services, but you may not know that ATL Turf Co. is a large artificial grass distributor. We only sell U.S.-made, premium name brand turf at factory factory direct pricing below wholesale. And now we're open to the public with large inventories of lawn and landscape, putting green, athletic, and pet turf on sale. Plus, all remnants are on sale for only $1 per square foot, direct from Dalton to our warehouse in Kennesaw. Visit atlturfco.com to learn more. atlturfco.com.
The end of the year is closing in, and with it, another tax year comes to an end. As you prepare to file your taxes, consider the efficiency of your tax strategy. Have you maximized your IRA and Roth contributions? Do you have an RMD strategy in place? Are you making moves now to maximize your future tax-free income? Not only is the year-end fast approaching, but the 2017 tax cuts sunset at the end of 2025, placing many Americans in a higher tax bracket. Don't just report your taxes, plan for them. Contact Master Plan Retirement Consultants now to create a retirement plan specifically designed for you. Visit masterplanretire.com to schedule your complimentary consultation where we can illustrate your retirement outlook and create a plan together for your future. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
This is Steve.
Hey.
And his good friend named Enos. They're inseparable, but Enos has a real problem. He's not the Enos he used to be. For years, he was on top of his game, a power hitter. Enos used to stand out in the crowd.
Hey, there's Enos.
But one day things changed. As Enos got older, he couldn't perform like he used to.
Enos.
He had trouble getting up for work.
Enos.
He'd fall asleep on the job.
Enos?
Enos knew something was wrong, so he reached out to Steve for help. Steve did some research and suspected Enos was struggling with ED. Then he heard a commercial on the radio for Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They could fix Enos. So Steve gave Enos a lift to Dr. Deal's, and within hours, he was back in the game, swinging like a champ with an action plan and a new attitude.
Oh, Enos.
So the moral of the story is, if your friend Enos is struggling with ED, remember Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Learn more at tbtofga.com.
Your friend Enos? Wake up, Enos? Little hottie said, wake up. Yeah, here we go. Look out. Yeah, balls haven't dropped yet. It's Linus and Charlie Brown together again. Yeah, look out, here we go. It's 3:20 with Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. In 2008, a spokesman for Michael Jackson denied reports that Michael Jackson was suffering from a rare respiratory disease and was in need of a lung transplant in 2008. They denied it. The doctor said stories claiming the singer was unwell were not true. He added the author made it up to promote his unauthorized biography of the 50-year-old Michael Jackson in 2008. Man, this goes... What was he, like 6? He could keep a tune, but his voice wasn't very good. He sounds like a scraggly little kid, but he could keep a note, and he knew how to scream. So, anyway, by the way, incredible... I have 4 birthday names on my birthday list. Normally I have 10, 12, 15. I have 4. 4. We have a 3-hour show. So I will do one now, and I will save the other 3 to string out because I don't want to disappoint you. So you will have one name every hour, and 1 hour you'll get 2. Oh, my God. All right, hold on. Susan Lucci, 78 years old today. Damn. She was the one who finally got an award for being a girl on TV, which was nice. And all my children are one of those things, I think. Also, I got to get Mr. Phone here. I got my double whammy here. On this day in history, it was 1968. The North Koreans released the crew members of the USS Pueblo after holding them for 11 months. They had been captured in January. The crew had been seen displaying the Hawaiian good luck sign and a number of propaganda photos of the crew taken by the North Koreans. Well, that was done until the North Koreans found out what it really meant. The Pueblo is still held by North Korea and still a commissioned U.S. Navy vessel. Hawaiian good luck sign, so as in, I don't know.
A vessel.
Yeah. Anyway, 1968. The thing with the thing there. Okay, by the way, 3 o'clock hour brought to you by our good friends at First Liberty Building and Loan. We say yes when the big banks say no. First Liberty, FirstLibertyGA.com is how you get to them there, by the way. And 2 quick things before I get into some newsy stuff. The Babylon Bee Awards for the year 2024. Again, it's almost the end of the year. In fact, for us, it is the end of the year. Today and tomorrow. Because we'll come back after January at the 1st. So this is kind of the end of the year today and tomorrow. We'll be back after the 1st. Would be to be the 2nd. Babylon Bee Awards for this year. Let's see. The most Christ-like award to Jesus. Oh, my God. Oh, it said Jesus faced some tough competition this year from candidates like Donald Trump, Chris Pratt, and Cat Turd. The Son of God, though, extended his streak of winning the most important award more than 2,000 times. So, again, this Babylon Bee hit it on the head. And one more. The Indian of the Year Award to Vivek Ramaswamy. God, Kash Patel, Carmela Harris, and Doge and manager of Trump's oncoming White House 7-Eleven store sealed the deal for Vivek Ramaswamy. Wow. So we got more of those coming up later. Also, a little live entertainment for you coming up here in about 7 or 8 minutes here on the Kimmer program. Kimmer Pete and Flounder. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Again, the video is horrible. The video of this girl getting burned to death in the subway. Guys set her on fire. The guy's a 33-year-old punk psychopath from Guatemala. He sneaked into the country, and Donald Trump deported him in 2018. And he came back, just like they do if they feel like it. Set her on fire. She was either sleeping. There was some liquor that he had near him or something. I don't know whether she was passed out or sleeping or whatever, but he set her on fire, and she died. And there's video of him fanning the flames, and then there's video of a cop telling him, move along, not knowing he's one set her on fire. And there's also a video of a cop walking back and forth while she's burning. And nobody doing anything. I don't get it. I don't get any of this. And by the way, if they catch him, here's my idea of what you do for punishment. Because we're talking about death penalty in the news because of what President Slimebag just did. If this guy's convicted, then what the proper punishment would be clearly have some guy with a flamethrower come up to his cell after he's duly convicted, after he's been in there for a while, come up to his cell with a flamethrower and through the bars, set him on fire. And just when he starts really screaming and stuff, then put him out, then hose him down. So you put him out. And then say, we'll be back later. Not, maybe tonight, I don't know, tonight, tomorrow, whenever, maybe next week, whatever. Don't worry about it, though. And then leave. And then keep doing it. Whenever you feel like it. God, he'd probably like it. How could you what possible thing in your head would allow you to set a woman on fire on a subway train? I can't. I don't get it.
Maybe he was sacrificing her to some Incan god he worshipped or something.
Seriously,
whatever, Mayan.
And then he was just going about his business, and thank God 3 high school kids noticed him and told cops and went to get him. But Mike just set her on fire and then fanned the flames, and then just went about his business, watched her burn, and walked off.
That's demon activity right there.
Like they say, the devil's greatest trick was making people think he's not real. Flounder, you got a little something there going?
Oh, yeah. Miss Patricia is on the horn, and she has a woke version of The Night Before Christmas to read us.
Oh, my God. Well, if we would roll a tape here, Flounder, because we're going to play this again, and if there's any, a tinkling music in the background, might even be, if you have a little instrumental accompaniment or something. I'm going to make a note here. It's 3:26. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Patricia and The Night Before Christmas.
It was the night before Christmas, and Santa's a wreck. How to live in a world that's politically correct. His workers no longer would answer to elves. Vertically challenged, they were calling themselves. And labor conditions at the North Pole were challenged by the union to stifle the soul. 4 reindeer had vanished without much propriety, released to the wilds by the Humane Society. And equal employment had made it quite clear that Santa had not better use just reindeer. So Dancer and Donner and Comet and Cupid were replaced with 4 pigs. Now, that looks stupid. The runners had been removed from his sleigh. The ruts were turned dangerous by the EPA. And people had started to call for the cops because they heard noises on their rooftops. Secondhand smoke from his pipe had his workers quite frightened. His fur-trimmed red suit was called unenlightened. And to show you the strangeness of life's ebbs and flows, Rudolph was suing over unauthorized use of his nose and had gone on Geraldo in front of the nation demanding millions in overdue compensation. So half of the reindeer were gone, and his wife, who suddenly said she had enough of this life, she joined a self-help group, packed and left in a whiz, demanding from now that her title was Ms. And as for the gifts, why he'd had ne'er a notion that making a choice could cause so much commotion. Nothing of leather, nothing of fur, which meant nothing for him and nothing for her. Nothing that might be construed to pollute. Nothing to aim and nothing to shoot. Nothing that clamored and made lots of noise. Nothing just for girls or just for boys. Nothing that claimed to be gender specific. Nothing that was warlike or non-Pacific. No candy or sweets, they were bad for the tooth. Nothing that seemed to embellish a truth. And fairy tales, while not yet forbidden, were like Ken and Barbie, better off hidden. For they raised the hackles of those psychological who deemed the only good gift was one ecological. No baseball, no football. Someone could get hurt. Besides, playing sports exposed kids to dirt. Dolls were said to be sexist and should be passé, and Nintendo would rot your brain away. So Santa just stood there disheveled, perplexed. He could not figure out what to do next. He tried to be merry, tried to be gay, but you've got to be careful with that word today. His sack was quite empty, limp to the ground. Nothing fully acceptable was to be found. Something special was needed, a gift that he might give to all without angering the left or the right. A gift that would satisfy, with no indecision, each group of people and every religion. Every ethnicity, every hue, everyone, everywhere, even you. So here is the gift, its price beyond worth. May you and your loved ones enjoy peace on earth.
Patricia, you are a dreamboat. Thank you, sweet lady. Merry Christmas, Patricia. That was very sweet.
I thought you might enjoy that, Kim. I really did. I saw that and I thought of you immediately.
You were right, and you were right for all of us. Thank you, sweet lady. God bless you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And
thank you.
And we'll talk to you. Thanks, Patricia. What a great job.
Anybody who can rhyme the word propriety.
You and I both did. How's she going to pull this one off? Anyway, 3:31, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and you. It's almost Christmas on 106.3. How's it going?
Hey, Santa Claus, Santa Claus, Santa Claus. Well, Santa Claus, bring my baby back to me. Hey, Santa Claus, bring my baby back to me. Well, I want that Christmas baby on the Christmas tree. My baby back.
And, of course, Joe Biden did not keep his word, and he did pardon Hunter. But really, what did you expect?
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
332, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's it going? How you doing with the old looking through your healthcare plans? Sorry, no, I don't mean to. That's probably the last thing that you really want to do, especially now. Good grief. Well, I don't blame you, so I got a solution for you. And again, I don't do it. I know a guy who does. His name is Steven. He's a health insurance doctor. By the way, that's the name of the whole deal, health insurance doctor. Because it feels kind of, you do need a doctor to get you through the plans of health insurance. I don't know about you, but if you know a guy who loves to look through files and collect all the data and look at charts and all the fine print and going through the tables and stuff like that, well, that's what they do for you, the health insurance doctor. How about if you're self-employed, maybe you're healthy right now, small business owner, maybe close to Medicare. How about on that COBRA plan? Whatever the deal is, the health insurance doctor's got a plan. He's got you covered. You can save up to 60% on annual premiums with Trump Care. Introducing Trump Care, the health insurance doctor. Enjoy that national PPO network business, zero deductible, copay when you show up at the office, going which one you want to, the hospital, all that stuff like that. Year-round plans, no more open enrollment to worry about, no hard-to-get subsidies. And what's this about IRS penalties? I don't want to, you don't have to worry about that stuff with the health insurance doctor. Oh, guess what? He'll do all this for you. He'll go through all the stuff, get you your stuff and your plan, and you don't have to pay him. It's free. You don't pay him a nickel. He loves his stuff. Free quote with Steven, the health insurance doctor. Here's that phone number, 678-523-0759. Visit him on the web, healthinsurancedoctor.net.
You have enough to deal with after an accident. You don't want to spend a lot of that time messing around with insurance companies. Besides, what are you going to say to him? You really know the ins and outs? David Van Sant at Van Sant Law does. He used to work for the insurance companies. Their worst nightmare. He knows who to call, what to say, how to listen to him, and he has your best interest at heart. Van Sant Law, 855-GA-INJURY. VanSantLaw.com, 855-GA-INJURY.
Are you tired of dealing with drafty, inefficient windows? Do you have certain rooms in the house that you can't keep cool in the summer or warm in the winter? Hi, I'm Dan Watkins with All Four Seasons Garage Entry Doors and Windows. It's time to upgrade these old windows. Replace them with double-pane, beautiful, energy-efficient windows. Your new windows will help you regulate a perfect temperature throughout your house. Start saving big money on your energy bills and improve the curb appeal of your home. Give us a call today at 770-517-7078.
Make holiday magic this year with something beautiful and timeless from Diamonds Direct. A stunning diamond pendant, a pair of classic diamond stud earrings, something new and eye-catching from a world-class designer. Or maybe you're looking for that perfect gemstone piece or a fabulous timepiece. At Diamonds Direct, we have hundreds of styles that are ready to be wrapped and put under the tree. No need to wait for shipping. Come and let our experts help you pick out that headliner gift. Or for some fabulous ideas before you head to the store, see the online seasonal gift guide now at DiamondsDirect.com. You can even chat now with a virtual assistant for the ultimate convenience. Whether you connect online or in person, you're guaranteed to get the extraordinary value, ironclad warranties, and white glove service Diamonds Direct is known for. And to help make your purchase even more affordable, we've got special financing so you can spread out your payments. Get directions, details, special showroom hours, and our holiday gift guide now at DiamondsDirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
That's stand by now. Here we go. Stand by. Here we go. 336. The police. It's the cops. Yeah, I'm sorry. Cheese it. Up against the wall, long hair. Up against the wall. They actually used to say that. I mean, back in the 60s, up against the wall, long hair. I have a format, and it says "Beat it, hippie." and I have another. My front door says "Beat it, hippie," and I have another one that says "Come back with a warrant" for the other door. So, anyway, this is the police with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How you doing on your Monday here? 2007, the police were named the highest earning touring group for 2006. They brought in $132 million. Wow. Police in 2006, they had 54 dates in North America, generated almost double the second place act, which was Kenny Chesney, the country star. Police 2006.
Real quick,
Wow.
Patricia, who read us the poem a little while ago, she wanted to clarify. She didn't write that. It was from Appalachian Memes.
I know, but I Patricia found it and read it, and she made it very clear that when she said, I found this and thought of you. So she was not trying to claim credit for anything. I will give her full credit because I said so, and I like Patricia, and therefore she's an official Kimmer Babe, and she's the official poet. So there you are. And by the way, I'm going to do a version of that later, and it's going to remind me, when I read the actual words of The Night Before Christmas, A Visit from Old St. Nicholas, and it reminded me the first time, I think it was my dad back when I was about 4, and my kids myself as a father. Anyway, so we'll do more of that too. And other versions, more songs, stuff like that. Anyway, this is a please sing. Okay, on this day, I don't want to do a history thing. I'll save it for later. Let's see, 337, again, 404-741-1230, 741-1230 if you'd like to join us. Coming up, all the hard newsy stuff, the Matt Gaetz thing, and we'll hear Donald Trump. Also, Scott Jennings has done it again for these free. They're still, in fact, well, they're still claiming that Donald Trump is some kind of a puppet all of a sudden. First he was Hitler, and now he's a puppet to a billionaire. I mean, they lead him around by the nose. Anyway, we got that coming up. First of all, Flounder and Pete, I think we're all ready for another spectacular edition of something special. Me. On your Monday. Yes, once again, time for another edition of Not the Kimmers, Not the Rainy Day Bad Text Theater Playhouse, a Christmas edition, to bring the extra twinkle into the otherwise dreary lives of you, the little people. And this is a special Jeff edition. Here's the scene. A typical American mall. Your typical tired and bored American mall Santa Claus has listened to the last crying child of the season sit on his knee and tell him what he wants for Christmas. Dear old tired Santa's ready to pull off his boots and hit the old eggnog. But as the father of the last boy lifts the child off Santa's lap, he looks quizzically at not-so-jolly old St. Nick and says,
Hey, Santa, can I ask you a question?
The exhausted St. Nicholas looks up at the man and says,
Sure, what's one more? What's your question?
And the man gets a sly grin on his face as he says,
What list am I on, naughty or nice?
Huh. Well, I've been looking at the memes you've been posting this year. So probably the FBI, the DHS, the CIA, and the NSA. Oh, yeah. And Chris Hansen and the camera crew are waiting to speak to you outside your house.
Oh, that's unbelievable. It's a story of Christmas cheer from a man who tried to trick Santa Claus and himself was tricked because old St. Pete Davidson. Just Pete, Jeff, and Pete. It's the double teaming of Not the Kimmers Rainy Day Theater Playhouse. You just can't say enough. You just can't, you don't get this kind of entertainment. I mean, this should put us over the top for the Peabody. Oh, you've got your your twinkle, twinkle little ferryman hat. What is it? What do you call that? The jester. Court jester. The jester. Not the ferryman.
How do you get dinkling and fairy out of the jester
Well,
hat?
you look like a fairy and you're tinkling. So, I mean, you're dingling, and you have the fairy hat.
Okay, buddy.
Isn't that a fairy hat?
This is for you. This is for you.
Oh, you're holding up something special
Grinch.
there. The Grinch right there. No, I mean, it's a little, like the Tinkerbell.
It's a jester's hat.
Well,
like the king. You tell the king the truth. That's what the jester's job.
But then they hanged him for telling the truth. It's like, I'm just giving you the story. I didn't want to make it up. Anyway.
Oh, kill the messenger here.
The whole guy, that marathon guy, right? Didn't he run the whole way and then they killed him? Wasn't that the story?
No, Pheidippides, he supposedly collapsed at the end
and died. It's the there you go. Anyway, 341, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's it going? 404-741-1230. We got coming up. Oh, we're going to do another. We're going to do speaking of, we're going to do another Christmas poem version in the next 15 minutes or so. And again, we're going to do goofing around because it's people are out shopping and running around and going to apply stuff, and there's nobody here. There's like one guy in this whole place over here. So if you're out roaming around and if you'd like to join us, what are you doing? How's it going? What's new? What's your plans? Are you having a happy day? Whatever. We'd love for you to join us here. Okay, a couple of newsy things, and again, this makes me sick to my stomach. I just these vicious, dirty scumbags. I don't know who did it. I don't know who voted for it, and somebody ought to suffer for this. Matt Gaetz as you know, used to be a congressman. Matt Gaetz, when he was 30, was, the girls loved him. He was exciting, and it was a congressman and stuff like that. And he was dating, and he was smoking weed and doing various things as a young man and a single young man. Okay. So now there was a report against him. They're trying to find everything bad about him, and they did. They talked to a whole bunch of people, come up with all kinds of stories. Matt Gaetz denied everything. The original investigation was done about obstruction of Congress and special gifts and favors and rape and interstate child stuff for sex. I mean, just unbelievable amount of stuff. And did the total investigation. The Justice Department said no charges. No charges. Now, the story is now what happened is the damn House Ethics Committee report has now been released. And among other things, it says that Matt Gaetz had sex with a 17-year-old high school junior in front of other people. He paid 12 different women money up to $90,000 total. Apparently paid this one girl $400 in cash. And she didn't say that she was under 18. He didn't know how old she was. It goes and say he had sex.
You're playing right into their hands by actually reading these. That's what they want you to do. He's a private citizen now.
Yeah, but if you haven't heard what they're doing, you need to know how they're coming after people. This is disgusting. Matt Gaetz said there were women I dated over the course of a decade and had relationships with at times I admitted were generous too. They may have engaged in sexual misconduct, including violations of laws inviting sex trafficking, is what the report said. Gaetz said that's nonsense. All allegations were investigated by the Department of Justice and totally dropped. So every time this is now a big national freaking news story, and we have to keep answering it because the people are saying it. And the fact is, he said, I'm very generous. My single days, I sent funds to women I dated, even some I never dated. But I asked out and I said, I'll send you money to meet us if you can't afford the ticket. That's all. Went partied, womanized, drank, and smoked weed, probably earlier than I should have. That was a long time ago. God, I mean, this is just insulting. I couldn't stand. One more. Here's an example of what they did. This one guy says that he introduced Gaetz to this woman, a woman, and she needed to have a passport. And so Gaetz said, I can help you get a passport. I got a friend in the State Department. And so he was going to get her a passport. And so they had sex that night. And then the memo says he had an ethics violation by using his status to help the woman get a passport. Hey, didn't you watch Casablanca? I mean, didn't you remember the police chief? Come on, man. My God. The woman wanted to get a passport and said thank you by having sex with him. Ooh, I guess you really should never be in public again. I mean, come on. Okay, that's, geez. Okay, but you don't ruin the guy after he quit. You got him. You killed him. You killed his career. It's over. You already got him. The leftists got him. He had to drop out of being a member of Trump's cabinet, and his career's over. And God knows how his marriage is going. I mean, what more do you want? And now more releases. I mean, that's disgusting. I don't know who supported it. I don't know what the vote was, but we ought to find out and punish these people. We can't do enough to punish these people.
Why would anyone go into public service these days when you dare stand up against the deep state?
And law enforcement. I mean, think about it. Look what's happened to our basics. I was thinking
the military.
And the military. I mean, three of them. I was thinking about this. Christmas season, I do a lot of stupid cerebral stuff. And I was thinking about this, about my parents and the way it used to be and their parents. And my grandfather was a farmer. And all. I mean, there's very basic things in American life. And I thought to myself, my God, they sacrificed. The people who came before I'm a baby boomer. The people who came before me, the World War II generation, saved the planet, and before them. And then think of the frontier people, walking across the country with wagon trains and stuff. But even the 2 generations ago, these people sacrificed. You couldn't buy meat. You couldn't buy rubber. You couldn't buy tires for your shoes. You couldn't buy shoes. I mean, they sacrificed everything for us. What are we sacrificing? What are the sacrifices of today's last 2 Gen X, Gen Z, and mine? What are we sacrificing?
Boomers.
Yeah, boomers, Z, X. What are the hardships we went through? I mean, the civil rights in Vietnam is a thing, but it's not like we couldn't get food. We couldn't buy shoes. I mean, what have we sacrificed?
Okay. Some of us lost jobs to affirmative action. I lost 2.
Well, yeah, me too. I lost an anchor job in Chicago because I was a white male.
Yeah. That's the only thing we
but still, we haven't sacrificed our lives and living in a car and trying to go west to explore a living. I mean, the Great Depression.
The dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, the dust bowls. I mean, we haven't done squat. And I'm thinking, man, and that's the reason for all this stuff, because we haven't sacrificed. We don't know what it's like. We haven't suffered for it. And so we don't really understand the honor of it, the value of it.
Soft times cause soft men, which create hard times, which create hard men, and the cycle continues.
Yeah. Anyway, Trump stuff, liberal stuff. Scott Jennings, I love this guy on CNN, and we got and we'll do another Christmas thing coming up here. This segment here too. Kim Rapine, founder, 347-404-741-1230. It's almost Christmas. Join us if you like, and God bless America. Here we go.
Christmas to me.
The Kimmer Show is only live on Extra 106.3 every weekday afternoon on your drive home.
Up in the mountains, you see signs warning about coyote activity. I saw a few last week. You should contact your local animal control if you see one of these signs. Some dangerous coyote activity you should look for include coyote carrying box labeled Acme, coyote dropping anvil from hot air balloons, coyote posting signs that read detour or free bird seed, coyote in possession of a giant magnet, coyote in possession of a catapult, coyote detonating TNT, and coyote launching self with coyote-sized crossbow.
Those are still classic
cartoons. They're the funniest cartoons ever made.
They'll never stop being funny.
Those and the Pink Panther cartoons.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, but the coyote Roadrunner
with no words.
The Kimmer Show every afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m. on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
We're sharing more love than ever before during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event. By the end of this year, Subaru and its retailers like Jennifer and the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett will have donated nearly $320 million to charities like the ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels America, and the National Park Foundation. It's the reason why we say Subaru of Gwinnett is more than a car dealer. We always go the extra mile for our community. And during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event, you can drive away in the Subaru model you've had your eye on all year. But now through January 2nd is the only time you can get a new Subaru, and Subaru of Gwinnett will donate $250 to a charitable cause of your choosing. It's just one way that we share the love this holiday season. Visit SubaruofGwinnett.com for details and start shopping for the Subaru that your family will love for years to come. Then come by and see us for a test drive and meet our staff. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru. Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, and online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Hey homeowners, Tug here with some exciting news. Southern Exteriors is your one-stop solution for top-notch exterior services, from roofing to siding, windows, gutters, and more. No more waiting. They can start on your project immediately. And with an in-house warranty division, Southern Exteriors stands by their work for years to come. From leaky roofs to faded siding, trust Southern Exteriors for a quick and lasting transformation. Don't wait. Transform your home today. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co now. Southern Exteriors, quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years.
Have you thought about securing your hard-earned assets? Do you have concerns about the future? Protecting assets is crucial, and that's where Nelson Elder Care Law excels. As a family-owned and family-focused firm, we provide absolute assurance and peace of mind through our trademarked Absolute Protection Trust, tailored services in estate planning, probate administration, Medicaid crisis solutions, guardianship, and conservatorship. Our goal is to exceed your expectations and empower informed decisions. Visit NelsonElderCareLaw.com for asset protection and peace of mind.
A musician with technical knowledge can play all the right notes, but one who cares enough to play from the heart gives music soul. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking, because when you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Start feeling unstoppable. Visit truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Have you heard the latest Ocasio Bang Bangio Stupidios this week? We're already in an oligarchy. Trump is now a king, run by billionaires. And we're back. Hold on. When you hear Scott Jennings coming and the Babylon Beat too. But first, George Harrison on this day in 1999 had his home invaded in Maui. In the Hawaiian Islands, Harrison's home broken into by a girl named Kristen Kalayer. She cooked a frozen pizza, drank his beer from the fridge, started some laundry, and called her mother in New Jersey to say, "Hi, I'm doing fine. I'm in George Harrison's house." She got arrested, charged with burglary and theft and being an idiot, I guess. I don't. He called her mother after making a pizza. Good grief. 352, Kimmer Pete Flounder. We're going to do another Christmas thing for you here in a second. In fact, let's go. I'm going to forget my history thing. Let's do that. We have Flounder's Funny still coming up for Nucky's Hoagies, naughty little Stacy and Shannon subsisters. You're going to hear a couple of sound bites. Flounder, first of all, let's tell the story of a special reindeer at Christmas time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Rudolph.
Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then, one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" Then, how the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, "Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history."
Yes, the story of a special reindeer. And there's another version of reindeer coming up, the Kimmer's version, a little bit later, and then another version. And we got a special tribute from our program director, Steve, the way he won over his wife, Courtney.
Scott?
Yeah, Scott, Steve. Anyway, it's coming up. By the way, I saw Mr. Dickey. Go home. What's the matter with you? Oh, sorry.
Who's there?
Mr. Dickey.
Besides
Mr.
That's
Dickey.
it?
Yeah. Well, and I think he just went back into his office.
There's a few salespeople here, but it's mainly programming people.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, which is...
And Tiffany from Traffic is here, as always.
Yeah, as always, you got to take care of all the commercial logs and stuff. Who gets played what? Anyway, 354. Flounder's Funny coming up. Hold on, let's do a quick thing here. Donald Trump. Well, I saw a lot of the speech yesterday in Phoenix. I mean, this guy, he's rocking and rolling. And I don't care what you say about it's just the fact that he mentions stuff he wants to do. Flounder, a little something Donald Trump yesterday was getting a lot of attention. Donald Trump, if you will, sir. Little thing right here.
And woke has to stop. Because along with everything else, it's destroying our country. We're going to stop woke. Woke is bullshit.
Dopsity.
As an example, in addition to the military bases, I understand they want to now rename 14 ships. We want to rename them. Some of these ships have had a great and glorious past. They want to take the name off and put another name down. Oh, I can imagine whose name they're going to put up. Not going to happen with me. It's not happening with me, I can promise you.
USS Fauci. And he said he wants to take back Panama. And he wants to own Greenland again. He said we're putting Mountain McKinley's name back his name in Alaska. About those damn Alaskan natives to get their own name off of there. Denali or whatever the hell it is.
Denali.
Denali. The guy's got, and by the way, the president of Panama says, you're not getting our canal. But they're charging us a fortune to go through there. And by the way, that was one of the great accomplishments of all time. Connecting the two oceans, going through another. I mean, it was unbelievable. Thousands and thousands died doing it. 356. Flounder, can we play Scott Jennings on the Babylon Bee? The Babylon Bee even says the people complaining about Donald Trump run by billionaires are the people who are constrained by billionaires running Joe Biden. Anyway, Scott Jennings on CNN setting him straight. Here you go. Check this out.
And I hear Democrats, criticizing the idea that we have unelected people with too much influence over the government. I invite them to pick up the Wall Street Journal from this week and find out that unelected people have been running the government for the last 4 years. I hear Democrats criticizing the influence of billionaires on our politics when you've got this Soros punk running around collecting Democrat politicians like my kids collect Pokemon cards. So I think all the criticism of Musk coming from the left is totally hypocritical, totally over the top. And he is doing something interesting, bringing some transparency to the federal government. It's not a terrible thing.
But it's a... Yeah. Remember when they used to love Elon Musk? I mean, unbelievable. 357. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Flounder, we have a little Flounders 5. Get your computer working. I'll one after another here. I'm kind of rushing.
Here we go.
Thing. A little Flounders funny.
Hotels are racist. You go to the hotel, they got signs in the hallway. Please keep it down in the hallway. Might as well say no blacks allowed at that point. Or they'll have a sign, no cooking in the rooms. That's for Chinese people. They'll bring a hot plate to a Comfort Inn. They will. Well, what? I want to cook a broccoli. Why can't I? I'm going to boil some water. And then I'm going to steam a broccoli.
Oh, man.
It's a steam. There's no smell.
Okay. Who is that, Flounder?
Mr. Ben Banks. He's pretty funny. I'll get some more stuff of him.
Oh, my God. And by the way, I don't watch Saturday Night Live anymore. And actually, well, I still won't. I just can't. I'm not up that late anyway. But they had another business over the night. The United Healthcare guy, assassin Luigi Mangione guy, there was a segment over the weekend. He's attractive following of unhinged chicks. The host, Jost, what's his name? Is he one married to that blonde you like? Colin Jost?
Scarlett Johansson.
Johansson, yeah. He was a segment update guy. He name-dropped Mangione as he went into a wind-up jokes, and the raucous cheers from girls in the audience screaming and yelling in favor of the guy who killed the CEO. And so Jost just was kind of surprised himself and said, oh, yeah, definitely, you're wooing for justice, aren't you? And so people are saying, wait a minute, you could have stood up for that issue a lot more than you did. I mean, those people are freaking sick. Now, again, it was a comedy show, and I didn't see it. But
it's not his job to do that.
Yeah, but again, here it's just the fact that there are protesters showing up at the courthouse in favor of the guy saying, let him go, he did the right thing. And again, here it's just publicity and screaming and getting attention, and here we go.
Killing them is not the right thing to do. The violence part is not the right thing to do. But I'm telling you, these insurance companies, every day something else is coming out. There's something over the weekend. It's like, good, they make billions and billions and billions of dollars, and they cut off this woman's cancer treatment after the doctor said, I okayed it with your insurance, it's fine. She started the chemo, and now they tell her we're not going to pay for the rest of them.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
it's definitely not a capital offense, but God, here we go. All of a sudden, this is ballooning. All right, 4 o'clock, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Oh, we got so much more. So it's only Monday.
We're gonna move, baby.
292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
Another court appearance. I'm Tom Rigotti, Fox News. The man accused of gunning down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in the middle of Manhattan appears in court again today. Fox's Alexis McAdams is there.
This was the first time that Luigi Mangione was able to go in front of a judge for his state cases. So there's a federal case and the state case, and that's why he was here at the Supreme Court in New York City. But he appears to be pretty calm as someone can be that's facing murder charges here. He was asked for his plea by the judge, and he said not guilty. There are 2 separate cases against him. Let's start at the state level. Mangione hit with 3 murder charges in New York, including murder in the 2nd degree as a crime of terrorism. In what looked like something out of a scene of a movie, Mangione was flown into New York City. He's walking in his orange jumpsuit and shackles. His legal team saying this is an example of why he might not get a fair trial in New York because of all the publicity.
The chairman of the House Ethics Committee did not support the panel's release of a scathing report on former Congressman Matt Gaetz. Fox's Jared Halpin has more from D.C.
House Ethics Committee Chairman, Republican Michael Guest, says while he does not challenge the panel's findings about former Congressman Matt Gaetz, he does take great exception to the majority's vote to release a report on an individual no longer under the committee's jurisdiction. He says releasing the report is a dangerous departure with potentially catastrophic consequences. The Ethics Committee is equally divided between Republicans and Democrats. The committee says it discovered substantial evidence of Gaetz using illicit drugs and paying women for sex, including a 17-year-old girl. In Washington, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
The 5 days of Christmas strike at Starbucks is spreading unfiltered. Workers United baristas in 4 more cities walking out in New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia, and St. Louis. This after locations in Colorado, Ohio, and Pennsylvania joined Saturday. Workers United is calling for higher wages. America's listening to Fox News.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Testanor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text REP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text REP to 321-321. That's REP to 321-321.
I don't know why this is doing this, but it reset like the beginning of the show.
What's that now? When your computer just started that? That's, oh my God, is it messing with you in there again? Oh, you poor bastard.
Why did that?
Well, that's our normal start to the show, and it's exactly 1 hour from the time you played it the first time. Maybe the computer just recycled it. Oh, God, it's AI, man. They're taking over. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, how's it going? I didn't even get my thing here. This is Eddie Hazel. Eddie Hazel, the original guitarist for George Clinton's black funk rock band Funkadelic. Eddie Hazel died in Plainfield, New Jersey of complications from liver failure. He was 42 years old on this day in 1992. Mr. Hazel's combination of blues licks, funk rhythms, and screaming rock solos helped make Funkadelic unique among soul bands of the 1970s. Eddie Hazel left the group in 1974, 4 years after its biggest hit, One Nation Under a Groove, Part 1. Eddie, 1992. All right. Let's see. I have 3 birthdays left for the day. Left for the entire next 2 hours, so I'll do one here. The apparently not a very nice man to deal with, Harry Shearer, is 81. He's the guy, the Rob Reiner movie on Spinal Tap, right? Isn't that the guy, Harry Shearer? Wasn't he the one who's kind of a jerk, 81 years old?
Simpsons, yeah, he is a jerk. Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah, supposedly. And on this, I got Mr. Phone over here. Hold on a second here. I know we got a little surprise coming up for you a little bit later on, in about 10 minutes. And on this day in history, 1948, Japanese Prime Minister Hideki Tojo is hanged for war crimes committed by the Japanese during World War II. It's estimated between 3 and 14 million civilians and prisoners of war were killed through massacre, human experimentation, starvation, and forced labor during Tojo's rule of the military. He accepted full responsibility for his actions, denying the emperor was to blame. During his arrest, he attempted suicide by shooting himself in the chest, but he missed his heart and lived. While he was incarcerated, Tojo received a new set of dentures made by an American dentist, and the phrase "Remember Pearl Harbor" was secretly inscribed in the dentures using Morse code. when they hanged Tojo, the prime minister of Japan, who said the emperor had nothing to do with it. 406, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Another couple of quick Babylon Bee awards for 2024. And again, today and tomorrow is it for us until next year. We have off a few days. So if you'd like to join us on what your plans are, what's going on, or wishes for the new year, or maybe have predictions. How about predictions for what happened for the new year? If you want to do that kind of stuff, 404-741-1230. Let's see, Babylon Bee awards for this year. President of the Year, Jill Biden, Dr. Jill, the cuckold queen. Oh, golly, the enabler. Yes, it says, in what proved to be a tumultuous year, Dr. Jill stepped into the leadership void to guide the country and cement her place in history books as the most powerful member of the Biden crime family. And the best traveling comedy troupe, the FBI. Oh, wow, golly. Well, 2024 was a stressful year for many. The Federal Bureau of Gestapo investigation consistently provided much-needed comic relief through trying times. By ensuring no crime would ever be solved, the FBI kept Americans in stitches all year long. Oh, golly, we'll have so many more of those coming up for you, too. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We have Pete's Tweets coming up a little bit later on. We also have a little poetry thing, which I'm going to do very seriously, reminding me of when I was a little boy and also when I was a father. And of course, I'm still a father, but a long time ago when a certain poem came up. But first of all, this is really appalling what your President Slimebag did, what President Child Molester did. More commutations and pardons and so forth right before Christmas. He commuted the death sentences of 37 out of 40 guys on federal death row. Again, he can't commute a state sentence, but the president can commute a federal sentence. And there were 37 guys on death row, and he let them live for the rest of their lives, including Thomas Sanders. Thomas Sanders in 2010 kidnapped and then shot a 12-year-old girl named Lexis Roberts 4 times. Oh, then he slit her throat. This is in Louisiana. Days after the little girl watched as Sanders murdered her mother on a road trip to the Grand Canyon. Murdered the mother. The little girl saw it. Then he kidnapped her, shot her, and slit her throat. He gets to live. Anthony Battle murdered an Atlanta prison guard with a hammer, serving a life sentence for raping and murdering his wife, a female U.S. Marine at Camp Lejeune. Jorge Avila Torres assaulted, sexually raped, and stabbed to death 2 little girls, Laura Hobbs, who was 8, and Crystal Tobias, who was 9, riding their bicycles in their neighborhood in a suburb north of Chicago in 2,000 years. Jorge Avila Torres later strangled a naval officer inside her barracks in Arlington, Virginia. He gets to live. Yuri Mikhail, another clemency recipient, convicted of murdering 5 Russian and Georgian immigrants after kidnapping them for ransom. He killed them anyway when he got the money. Caboni Savage, convicted of committing or ordering the deaths of 12 people, including 4 children, as a Philadelphia drug dealer. He gets to live. James Rohn, one more, for participating in the murder of 11 people as a drug dealer in Richmond, Virginia. He gets to live. Now, wait a minute. If Biden did not pardon or commute the sentence of the Boston bomber or 2 other guys, so the guy who drove the church thing, the black church thing, so what the hell's the difference? If he doesn't believe in the death penalty, then why didn't he do all of them? Or why didn't he make all of them get? I mean, it's just a bunch of crap. Something's wrong here. 3 out of 40, all of a sudden, you're special. If you either believe in the death penalty or you don't, then how come it's not unanimous? It's either you do or you don't. But he made special exceptions, so there's got to be a reason. And again, they're never going to explain it, and he can't explain it. Because he's
not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's doing it?
Well, somebody told him. I mean, believe me, they're making him sign his signature. So whether this is Susan Rice or Putty Tat or, I don't know, Jill. I mean,
you know what we need to do? We need to, between the election and inauguration date, needs to be shortened to 1 month.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Well,
we're all sitting here in limbo for 2-3 months.
There are people saying it should be done the day of the election, like the next day. Count the vote. When the vote's certified, the next day you're in. I mean, as soon as it's official, whatever it takes to be an official, sign you're up. I mean, I guess, well, if we're going to do a late in the year,
Logistically.
you don't want to go through Christmas. You don't want to have a Christmas season where you're trying to get a new office going in the government, I suppose. So either change the election like July 1st or something, and then, and start, I don't know, whatever. Or don't do anything. I found you trying to get it on my attention. I'm sorry.
Just got a couple phone calls when you have a minute.
Let's do it right now. 411, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Yes, sir. Who's this?
All right, first we got Jim. He wanted to talk about the subway fire.
Yes. God, Jim. I can't. What a story. Yes, sir. Welcome. You're on the radio. Hey, Jim, you there, my friend?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, sir. You're doing great. Yes.
Hey.
Welcome. Yeah.
Remember, I was the guy that called and told you about the woman that had been abused by her husband.
Yes.
And he was the New York Live.
Yeah.
I just happened to watch that video. I understand you might have already talked about this, but I just got in my car. I'm driving. Of course, I put you on, and
what a story!
I happened to see that video of the girl, the woman. It's horrible.
And the cop walks by. The
guy waving the towel at her.
Yeah. To make it more flaming.
He didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, that's
what's wrong with people that they don't know? You take your coat off, you put it on her and jump on her.
I think
what's wrong with people?
I think that was the guy who did it, though. The guy who did it is the guy who's flaming. The guy who's flaming it to make the flames go bigger.
That's worse.
And another thing. Hold on a minute. The other thing is a cop who was there told the guy to move along, keep going, and the cop shoot him away. The cop shoot away the guy who set her on fire and then fanned the flames. And the cop didn't know he had done it.
Doesn't do anything.
And they and then the cop standing there watching her burn. Oh my God.
Yep.
Jesus.
What's happening to this country?
And this goes on in New York. I mean, again, you can't say this is only New York, but still people, you know what the reaction is? The reaction I'm getting off social media today for this story says, this happens all the time, except usually you're not on fire. Muggings, pushings, rape, bothering, stealing, punching, throwing. I mean, it's unbelievable, the treatment. And by the way, and Governor Hochul says she's made the subways a lot safer since she's been in, oh my God. Very funny.
Unbelievable.
Hey, have a nice trip. Be careful out there, Jim. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. 413. Should we do another call?
Yeah, real quick. We got Jeff on the horn.
Jeff, welcome, sir. What's going on?
Hey, it's Jeff calling from the 51st state. Wanted to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Well, thank you. Jeff, what's going on with you right now? You doing all right?
Well, we're doing good up here. We're getting a foot of snow tonight, but, that's the way it is.
I'll be darned. The 51st state of our loving neighbor to the north, Canada?
Yeah, will you guys hurry up and make us a state so we can all move to Florida?
Well, I'll tell you. Yeah, there you go. Although, I have a lot of very nice memories of Canada. I remember during the Iran hostage crisis, Canadian embassy took a chance and hid Americans to keep them safe. There are a couple things about Canada, but boy, that country's changed so much all of a sudden now. So I think if you have to start fleeing to Florida, we welcome you through Georgia.
I tell you, we would in a second. I tell you, it'd be a mass exodus from up here to down there.
I know what you got, eh? Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Have a Merry Christmas and a call often. We really appreciate it. Best to our friends to the north. Thank you, man. 414.
Have a good days off.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. Looking forward to it. 414.
Happy Boxing Day.
Happy what now? Bye. There you go. That's right. Semper Fi to our Canadian neighbors.
Hey, do we have a Canadian special for?
Yes, we do. When we come back, we will play it.
Oh my goodness! Well, this is very exciting. A Canadian special and so much more. Hold on. Here we go. Stand by.
A new president and a new approach for America. Extra 106.3 will be with you every step of the way in 2025 with the local and national voices you trust the most. Atlanta radio legends who've been with you for a generation and the worldwide resources of Fox News bringing you the latest. We are proud to start another year as the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra 106.3 app.
And it's time once again to play Let's Find Your Health Insurance Plan. And it's Trump Care. Oh, my goodness. Introducing Trump Care. Actually, this is really pretty serious stuff, and it really could help you out a lot. If you're trying to figure out that health care plan and save money on premiums, the health insurance doctor is introducing Trump Care. That's what they're calling it because it really makes a lot of sense. I got some good news for you. If you have maybe a COBRA plan or a small business owner, self-employed, healthy or not, a nationwide PPO network can save you like 60% on your annual premiums. Are you serious? And the best part, this is stuff year-round, no open enrollment problems. And I didn't know about this IRS penalties. No, not with a health insurance doctor. By the way, that's the name of the joint, health insurance doctor, because you need a doctor to work you through the health insurance plans. No hard-to-get subsidy problems, open enrollment, available year-round. Been doing this for decades, thousands of very happy customers. The health insurance doctor, his name is Steven, but you can call him, just call him Doc. And give you the number here. Again, they go through the files, they go through the data, they have the charts and the fine print and the tables and, all this kind of stuff to make sure you get what you're looking for. And everybody's different. So, what do you want? That's what you get. And here's the best part of it. You don't have to pay him to do it for you. He'll get you, he'll figure out what you need and give you the whole thing. And you don't have to pay him a nickel for what he's going to do to help you out. It's true, the health insurance doctor. Here's that number, 678-523-0759. On the web, healthinsurancedoctor.net.
Hey homeowners, Tug here with some exciting news. Southern Exteriors is your one-stop solution for top-notch exterior services, from roofing to siding, windows, gutters, and more. No more waiting. They can start on your project immediately. And with an in-house warranty division, Southern Exteriors stands by their work for years to come. From leaky roofs to faded siding, trust Southern Exteriors for a quick and lasting transformation. Don't wait. Transform your home today. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co now. Southern Exteriors, quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Echo. This Christmas, give the gift that keeps on giving. Echo Power Equipment. Whether it's a new chainsaw, trimmer, or blower, Echo has the perfect tools to make any outdoor job easier and efficient. At Howard Brothers, they've got the Echo tools for every task and every budget, so you can find the right gift for the hardworking person in your life. Let's get something special wrapped up under the tree this year. Echo Power Equipment is built for those who love to get things done, and Howard Brothers is here to make your Christmas shopping easier.
This giving holiday season, what better way to say thank you for your service than to help veterans and their families find success after military service through the Warrior Alliance? Your support helps to connect warriors to services in critical areas such as housing, benefits, legal services, health and wellness, employment, and much more. The Warrior Alliance is changing thousands of lives for the better. In fact, the Military Times has ranked the Warrior Alliance the #1 nonprofit in the nation in their 2024 Best for Vets survey. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org/donate.
Hey, Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. And now the security riddle of the day. When times get tough, where do you keep your stuff? Answer, in a quality safe from the Safe House, of course. Don't go to a big box store and get a fake safe. That would be as effective as Joe Biden's fake border policy. For over 30 years, the Safe House has been providing the best quality safes on the market. Brands like Browning, Fort Knox, and Champion. And with the largest selection of safes on display in Georgia, we're confident we can help you pick the right safe to fit your needs. So drop by our huge showroom or go to AtlantaSafehouse.com.
Oh, I know what you were referring to. What I talked about earlier before the show. Oh, I thought we were going to save that. This will be good. This will be funny. 419. I can repeat and flounder. I hold it. Everything. Yeah, so now another Christmas hymn. Oh my God. Is that Judas Priest here? A little.
That is him.
Oh, something there. Wow. Christmas carols like you've never heard before, basically. 1985, Judas Priest fans, Raymond Belknap. Raymond Belknap and James Vance shot themselves in 1985 on this day after listening to the Judas Priest album Stained Class. The two drank beer, smoked dope, and then listened to hours of the album. Afterwards, they took a shotgun to a nearby school playground where Belknap shot and killed himself. The other guy suffered serious injuries but lived for more than 3 years before he died from the effects of the shooting. And as I recall, their family sued and didn't get anywhere because, my God, they were drunk and stoned and stupid. And what a shame. Idiot, stupid. I hold everything. That's all I feel like doing that one. Oh, now, should we do in honor of our Canadian friend? Whoops, Daisy. Flounder's computer's going spootsa in there again. Should we do a little Canadian tribute? We had our friend from Canada calling. A little something else. Is it Robin who? Tom?
Bob and Doug.
Bob and Doug, our Canadian friends from the frozen north, with a little Christmas treat, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. By the way, that's me on the organ. You start.
Okay. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a beer.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtlenecks
and a beer. Okay. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer. Okay.
That should be more there, right?
Where? On the
fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer
in a tree. See, you need more.
The fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden toques,
4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer.
4 bags of what?
3. Okay, on the 6th to go.
Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 packs of 2 quarters,
5 golden toques,
4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer in a tree. Okay. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 packs of smoke.
6 packs of 2
5 golden toques,
4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer in a tree. I keep forgetting.
This should just be the 2 days of Christmas. It's too hard for us. Go, Hoser.
Oh, 8th day of Christmas, true love gave to me
8 comic books,
7 packs of smoke, 6 packs of 2 for 5.
Gotta work on his timing a little bit.
And a beer.
Oh my God.
Okay, date 12.
Good day, and welcome to day 12.
Yeah. Golden tubes, 4 pounds of back bacon, 3 French toast, 2 turtlenecks, and a beer.
So, like, that's our song. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And good day.
Good day, everybody.
And a beer. Oh my! What? 4 pounds? 4 what?
A toque is a hat, or like I got on, something like this.
But is that what the 4 was? It was 5 gold
5
somethings
toques.
and then 4 something. I never did.
Back bacon.
Back bacon. 4 baked. That's what it was. Of course, Canadian bacon is ham, so stop this.
Yeah, it's just ham.
It's
please.
freaking ham. You're killing me here. All right, 4:23. We have 2 more Christmas things coming up this this hour between now and 5 o'clock. Holy Crap! It's Sports Leader. We have Pete. In fact, let's do Pete's tweets coming. Yeah, we'll do Pete's tweets shortly. If that's okay with you, because we're sneaking a lot of stuff. It's going to be fun. And your calls, 404-741-1230. Did you see the video of that Christmas show in Florida with the drones? And, I'll bet this is becoming more popular and more dangerous. And they better start, everybody doesn't have to all of a sudden go AI and high-tech stuff to do things at Christmas parties anymore. It was a Christmas show at the beach in Orlando at the Lake Eola Park. And the family showed up. It was a Christmas holiday display, and they had hundreds of red and green drones forming elaborate patterns in an elegantly choreographed display, until clusters of the unmanned aircraft drones started breaking apart, zipping down to Earth without warning. Startling video captured by attendees shows a crowd screaming, children screaming, and one kid was almost killed and is in critical condition in the ER fighting for his life. Got hit by one of these things, hit him in the face. She said, Mom said, one of the drones hit him in the face. I've never been so scared. Can't believe a drone show turned into this. He had emergency heart surgery. Good grief. I mean, and again, it's like fireworks stuff, too. Once in a while that happens where I mean, if there's ever a chance of anything, don't do it. How could you have hundreds of individual things that have to be controlled by, assume, hundreds of individual things?
No.
Well, how do you control hundreds of things?
They're all controlled by one thing. Because you said it's like a network. You can control TVs through one thing. Yeah. Just one thing.
Well,
one control.
That's a mistake. 425.
I'm just a simple caveman.
I know. I don't
Your
really
world
about
confuses
this.
and scares me.
Well, I don't like it. I just don't like all this new stuff. I don't like it. It's not a friend of the Kimmer.
Technology.
That's technology crap. Oh, mercy. And there's also, every year this also happens, and there's a story now about the Christmas joy that's hard on the Christmas mistress. Yes, the Christmas mistress has now come out. There's a special Christmas mistress with a story of the painful reminders and rejection of this time of year, a festival of heartache and the loneliest time for the Christmas mistress. She writes, I first became another woman 13 years ago at a party and met him in Manhattan. I was 29. He was 45 and experienced and older. I had no idea he was married. We dated for months. I fell wildly in love. Only then did I stumble upon the truth. I should have ended it there, but I believed him when he said his wife was an awful person. They were getting divorced. They were separated. I kept seeing him. Then the excuses started. I was told it was too soon to introduce his kids to me. We had to co-parent with his wife, and it would be inappropriate and upset the children. I should have been happy. I wasn't, because a boyfriend I loved was missing. A conversation here and there on the phone. Busy having family time. We'd speak later. No romantic get-togethers, not even secret ones. No candlelight dinners or country walks. He would introduce me to the children one day, but no. She goes on, he sent me jewelry, a lot of jewelry and beautiful black rings, diamond rings. But the fact of the matter is, ladies, the truth is the other woman never comes first. Yeah, you'll get a big gift, probably bigger than the wife, but it's no more than a consolation prize. Took me 2 years to realize he hadn't meaningfully split from his wife at all and wasn't going to. He didn't actually want to be with me at all and couldn't stand for someone else to be with me either. Here then, my Christmas gift to you, ladies, the one lesson that remains with me down the years. Married men will never leave their wives. He's still with her now. Now, once in a while they do. Once in a while they do.
Mistress for Christmas.
Mistress for Christmas. And how about wash your ears out with this? A man from North Carolina named Dixon Hanshaw, 75 years old, was adopted as an infant in Buffalo, New York, raised in the little town of Elmira. He grew up without connection to any other family at all. He didn't know what it would be like to have a family. He was an only child with his new adopted parents. At the age of 75, a simple decision unraveled a truth that eluded him for decades and transformed his life in time for the holidays. He said, all my life I dreamed about having siblings somewhere, so this is my Christmas miracle. In mid-August, he decided to obtain his pre-adoption birth certificate, which shows the details of an adopted parent's birth, including their name, date of birth, the city or county of birth, and the adoptive parents' names. Now, a lot of states, I think, still keep this secret, but he was able to get it in New York. He discovered he had a whole family, biological brothers and sisters, no idea he even existed. So the moment of a lifetime came when he made a phone call. A guy named Ronig said he was eating lunch on my job. My phone rang. It was a number I didn't recognize. Usually I wouldn't answer, but for some reason I picked it up. He said, hi, my name is Dixon. Are you Gary Ronig? I said, I am. He goes, well, I'm your brother. They talked for hours, sending Roaming a picture of himself, and he said, oh, my God, shared it with the family. They all look alike. 5 siblings. Resemblance was uncanny. He has our father's features. There was no mistaking it. And he said by Christmas, he met the few siblings like stepping into a new world. I couldn't be happier. After all those years, I finally feel complete, just in time for Christmas. Now, what about the issue of parents that don't want to be contacted by the child they gave up? So,
probably best to leave them be.
Well, I think that's probably there was a reason why they you know. And now, on the other hand, sometimes parents who give up the baby will go public saying we want to get in touch and go the other way, which is fine. I mean, that's a whole nother, get the adoption agency and stuff. But anyway, just a Christmas story. By the way, Blake Lively's, they're now going after Blake Lively. You know, sweet little, oh my God, these freaking social people and liberals and everything got social media. Oh my God. Anyway, at 4:30, I've also a Christmas poem, and I'm going to do it seriously. And feel free to mock me later. But I've read it for the first time in like 65 years, and it reminded me of my childhood and my baby daughter's childhoods as well. And it's coming up. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, Jingle Bell and Along, 4:30 on 106.3.
Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell time and jingle bell time.
Paul has a message for everyone. To everybody I offended this year, work on yourself so I don't have to do it again next year.
The Kimmer Show every afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m. on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
There's nothing like being there in person for the holidays. And RBM of Atlanta Mercedes-Benz wants to get you there safely in comfort and style. Come in now during the Holiday Love Celebration for great offers on the Mercedes-Benz vehicles you've always wanted. Get an exceptional offer on the all-electric 2024 EQB 250 Plus SUV. $399 per month for 36 months with $48.93 due at signing, exclusively from RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this vehicle and many other models during the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration sales event. Visit today to see how to qualify. Special lease rate available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Service through RBM of Atlanta Sandy Springs through January 2nd, 2025. Excludes tax, tag, title, and Georgia Lemon law fees. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
Are you tired of dealing with loud, ugly, drafty garage doors? Do you have certain rooms in the house that you can't keep cool in the summer or warm in the winter? Hi, I'm Dan Watkins with All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Now is a great time to upgrade with brand new, efficient, quiet, and beautiful garage doors. Your garage door is the biggest opening in your home, which is why it's such an important part of your home's curb appeal and energy efficiency. Give us a call today at 770-517-7078. Get started today by visiting us at allfourseasonsgarages.com.
Hi, my name is Steve from Marietta, and we hired ATL Turfco to build our dream backyard golf setup. They installed a large 4-hole putting green, a sand bunker, a short game area, and did a full conversion to artificial grass around the pool with decorative retaining walls. ATL Turfco was really creative. They were efficient. The installation was a breeze. Price was completely reasonable, and I definitely appreciated their communication throughout the project. I would definitely recommend ATL Turfco to anybody thinking about doing a backyard makeover. You can check them out online right now at atlturfco.com.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. Okay, you're driving along. Suddenly you hear that horrible sound of metal and crunching. It's an accident. Even if it's a little minor fender bender, man, that could be a nightmare. First, obviously, take care of yourself. But before you make a deal with an insurance company or anybody else, call David Van Sant with Van Sant Law. You know why? Because he used to work for the insurance company, so he knows how to get the right settlement and right away. Van Sant Law. Don't forget, if you don't get paid, they don't get paid. Protecting your interests. Insurance is great, but it's complicated. 855-GA-INJURY or vansantlaw.com. All right, look out. Here we go. It's only me and so the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder and Grand Funk Railroad. Yeah, in 1972, their Grand Funk manager, Terry Knight, arrived during a concert by the band with a court order to seize $1 million in money or assets. The former manager. Police informed the ex-manager he couldn't take anything until after the show. Yeah, Grand Funk wasn't doing too good in 1972 for some reason. To the phones, taking priority, 434. Rick the Painter, you on the radio, man. How's it going? What's up?
Hey, Brother Kimmer. Hey, I just want to give a shout-out to all the Kimmer listeners. Merry Christmas. And to all the regular callers, Merry Christmas. To, if you don't mind, may say every Friday, Susan.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Watu, man, I love that guy.
Yeah,
man. that guy's, I'm never in a battle. I hope that guy's with me.
I guarantee I'm going to be on his side.
Hey, and I also want to shout out to all the Kimmer babes, including Patricia, who just called in. Hey, let's get those tops off now.
Yeah, that's right.
And I got one more thing, sir.
Okay.
Hey, all right, now, I ordered some stuff over the internet for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I may be able to solve this thing about the chicken and the egg.
The chicken and the egg, really? What do you mean?
Well, I ordered an egg on the internet. I ordered an egg and a chicken.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Okay, so which one arrives first? Shows up first? Which one will be there first? Hey ho! All right, 4:35. And now, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. On this day in history, I thought this was kind of interesting and discussing at the same time. 1986, it was an experimental airplane named Voyager. Dick Rutan and Gina Rager wanted to see if they could fly the thing around the world without stopping or landing and without refueling. It was made out of paper and plastic, by the way. It took them 9 days until they landed at Edwards Air Force Base. Later, Gina said, let's try a flight together for 28 days. And he said, no, thank you. 9 days together was enough in an airplane. How in the world did they control everything that they had to be together for 9 days? And when they landed, they had 5 gallons of fuel left. The fuel in the air, again, it was made out of plastic and paper. And the fuel weighed 3 times what the plane weighed. And they made it by 5 gallons around the world. Together, the guy and the girl in the plane for 9 days together. Also, that was in 1986. Which is fine. Okay, now, 4:36, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. It is Christmas time. And I was, and this was the day where a special poem was published for the first time on this very day in 1823. And although tomorrow is Christmas Eve, this poem was appropriate. And the first time I heard it, I was a little tiny boy sitting on my father's lap. And I think the last time I read it was probably when my little daughters were sitting on mine. Ladies and gentlemen, A Visit from St. Nicholas by Clement Clark Moore. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment he must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his courses they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all, as leaves that before the wild hurricane fly when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. Up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he ere drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. A visit from St. Nicholas, published on this day in 1823 from Clement Clark Moore. What a story! I mean, just the words of it. Even though I don't.
As read to you by Percy Dove.
I don't do it justice, that's for sure. I'm definitely not a storyteller, but I just love stuff.
You did a good job with it.
I didn't do a good job. 440, come repeat and flounder. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. Hold on, I got to see what the latest news is on the thing there. The guy, the illegal immigrant, the subway. I don't even want to talk about that anymore. Honest to God. And they're cheering and yelling for the murder suspect of the CEO guy. A little showbiz thing here to kind of... actually, two things in the showbiz. Pete found this story. I didn't know about this, but Bert is dead. Bert, the famous Crocodile Dundee star, Bert the Crocodile, has passed away. They think he was about 90 or more years old. He was in Crocosaurus Cove, herpetarium and aquarium attraction in Australia, I guess. Didn't even say here where it is. I guess Darwin. It's got to be Australia. And the Crocosaurus Cove is saluting Bert. It says 5.1 meter. That's like 15 or 16 feet, and 700 kilograms. What's that? 1,500 pounds or so. Something like that, a little over 1,000 pounds maybe. He passed away peacefully over the weekend. He was over 90 years old, an end of an era, captured in 1980 in a river. He was the most recognized crocodile in the world. A saltwater crocodile helped Crocodile Dundee, shaping Australia's image as a land of rugged natural beauty and awe-inspiring wildlife. He became a fierce and... Now, this is amazing. They say he became a fierce and fascinating ambassador for crocodile education. Well, okay. He was a crocodile. He ran around. Okay, he said his fiery temperament earned him the respect of his caretakers and visitors alike as he embodied the raw, untamed spirit of the saltwater crocodile. Well, he was a crocodile, but it's like he did it on purpose to entertain the little children. Come on, he was an animal. But it says, while his personality could be challenging, it made him memorable and beloved by those who worked with him. Thousands visited over the years, marveling at his impressive size and commanding presence, especially at feeding time, which, by the way, has got to be a thrill. Have you ever seen a crocodile eat? Anyway, 4 o'clock in the morning, they got a call from a security guard one day in 2015. Two drunk teenagers broke into his enclosure, started throwing stuff at him. And so the security guard, it says, God bless him, the security guard showed up just wearing his socks and gave chase to the two teenagers, and they got out. But they had thrown a bunch of stuff into his enclosure, and Bert the Crocodile apparently ate the sign that said wet floor because he didn't like the stuff in his enclosure. Anyway, Bert's dead.
I'm guessing no crocodile tears for Bert there.
For Bert the Crocodile, over 90 years old, which is fun. And also Blake Lively. Now, I don't know anything about Blake Lively, but I do know she's in this movie, It Ends With Us, and her co-star is the director, Justin Baldoni. And apparently she's suing him now for sexual harassment. And there have been rumors of a feud between them for a long time. Now, who's she married to? Blake Lively. And she married to one of the... Ryan Reynolds. And they have, to me, they have one of the sweetest, happiest relationships of any, especially of any Hollywood couple. At least on the outside, they joke with each other, they goof around. I mean, they just seem like a really loving, happy couple. And all of a sudden now, she's got to sue this guy for sexual harassment doing this movie. They've hired a PR guy, and they found some emails, apparently, where this director, Baldoni, is trying to smear her by using, to make her feel like she's going to be burned. And he's trying to use a production company to use Taylor Swift involved with friends, trying to set people against her or something. Oh, my God. I mean, I can't believe it. But here's one thing that really kills me. She claimed, and she had a meeting to discuss this director's behavior on the set of The Story It Ends With Us. The Jane the Virgin alum was warned to cease showing Blake Lively, to stop showing her nude videos and images of other women, stop mentioning his past porn addiction to her, stop discussing his personal experiences with sex with Blake Lively, and also she requested, this is incredible, Blake Lively requested an intimacy coordinator be present at all times during her scenes with Baldoni, and all, quote, intimate touch, unquote, must be choreographed in advance, and she stipulated, quote, no biting or sucking of lip without her consent, unquote. Oh, my God. If I were her, I can't, if I were, oh, my God. That would not be okay with me. I'm sorry. I could not marry that woman. I could not know that they're biting lips and tongues and feeling it. I mean, I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I guess I'm not man. Well, I know I'm not man enough. No sharing. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not man enough. Well, again, that's only one point of view. That's not okay with me. God.
They're acting.
Jesus. I mean, no biting of lip without her permission or sucking of her. God. Oh, jeez. Anyway, so now she's suing on. Oh, Lord. All right, 440. I am so out. I thank God. If I were 20 years old today, I would just. I would be a lesbian. Anyway, so
4:45.
Yeah, write it down. It's not too late. Is it too late to change? I may have a couple of Christmases left. Maybe to see my kids another couple of times wearing a dress. Anyway, Kimmer Pete Flounder, look out. Merry Christmas. All right. Jingle, baby. Yeah, jingle this. Oh, look at here.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
The legend Neil Bortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's Tug, and here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
So the word of the year for 2024 is brain rot. Apparently something you get from too much time on social media. I thought it should be literally, because the kids these days, everything is literally this. Oh, God, it gets nauseating.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Atlanta Braves single game tickets for the 2025 season are now on sale. Get your tickets for some exciting matchups next season, like when the Phillies come to Truist Park during the opening homestand in April, followed by the Dodgers and Padres in May, the New York Yankees in July, and many more.
He lashes one into left field. That'll drive in 2 runs, 3-0 Braves.
And fans can also look forward to some fan favorite specialty ticket packages next season, including the brand new Hello Kitty ticket package in April, where fans will receive a Hello Kitty figure with a light-up bow, the Star Wars package that includes a Braves Astromech figure, and the Military Appreciation package, which includes an Army Green t-shirt. Plus, you can go ahead and reserve your spot to play catch on the field for Father's Day. But hurry, it sells out fast. So give the gift of Braves baseball this holiday season, and don't miss out on a home schedule packed with star power. Visit Braves.com/packages to learn more and purchase today. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
It's Christmas again, and it's that time of year to gather with family and those you hold dear. But what will you bring and where will you go? When it comes to great gifts, there's just one name to know. Solomon Brothers, it's just the right place. Because a fine piece of jewelry puts a smile on a face. So stop in today, and you know you won't fail. Because at Solomon Brothers, there's an incredible sale. From 1 carat to 6, you'll get the best deal. You'll love how it looks and how it makes her feel. In carats, they start at just under $1,000. You'll find earrings and bracelets or a ring for their hand. And when you give a gift that's from Solomon Brothers, it will be unique and not like the others. So don't miss this sale because it won't last long. Just trust Solomon Brothers and you'll never go wrong. Stop into Solomon Brothers Jewelers today and get 1 carat total weight diamond stud earrings, tennis bracelet, necklace, or rings starting at under $9.99. So shop Solomon Brothers Jewelers or SolomonBrothers.com.
Have you thought about securing your hard-earned assets?
Do you have concerns about the future? Protecting assets is crucial, and that's where Nelson Elder Care Law excels. As a family-owned and family-focused firm, we provide absolute assurance and peace of mind through our trademarked Absolute Protection Trust, tailored services in estate planning, probate administration, Medicaid crisis solutions, guardianship, and conservatorship. Our goal is to exceed your expectations and empower informed decisions. Visit NelsonElderCareLaw.com for asset protection and peace of mind.
Christmas. Now, I do like this song. I do like a rock and roll song about Christmas.
Well, way up north,
So I take back what I said before.
there's a tale about Christmas that you've all been
The
told.
Beach Boys.
And a real famous cat all dressed up in red. And he spends the whole year working out in his sled. It's the little Saint Nick.
Little Saint Nick.
It's the little Saint Nick.
1964, it was a U.S. tour when Beach Boy Brian Wilson had a nervous breakdown during a flight from Los Angeles to Houston. So because of that, 1964, Brian Wilson left the band to concentrate on writing and producing. You know who replaced him? Glenn Campbell was Brian Wilson for the live shows until Bruce Johnston replaced Glenn Campbell. And the rest is history. Reindeer. On this day in history, 1952, a Frenchman named Alain Roumbard sailed alone in a 15-foot boat with almost no provisions around the world by himself. 1952, 15-foot boat. He survived by eating raw fish and plankton. It took this French guy 64 days going around the world alone in a 15-foot boat. He lost 55 pounds, and he only did it to see if he could do it. It wasn't part of an expedition or a historical. He just did it. Good Lord. 15-foot boat on the ocean? I remember the last time I took a 38-foot boat on the ocean. I thought I was going to die a couple of times. Anyway, 4 o'clock hour brought to you by our good friends at Atlanta Safe House. You need a safe silly, just like the Kibber. And you can get more at AtlantaSafeHouse.com. And they have a showroom in Ackworth on Industrial Boulevard. And they love to have you come up and say howdy and have a good time here. Holy Crap of Sports coming up. Pete's Tweets coming up. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is Festivus, too. And speaking of a special holiday, this is a treat for me and for all of us, I think. We have a program director named Steve who's been here from the very, very beginning. And he found out, years ago, he found out his girlfriends at the time, he wanted to marry this girl. He really didn't know how to really get her attention from all the other suitors. And he found out from her friends what her favorite Christmas song was. So he went into his home studio. This is Steve, our program director. And he laid down the instruments himself and laid down the vocal track from one of the most famous Christmas songs of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, he used this to give as a gift to woo the woman who would become his wife. Steve, our program director, Oh Holy Night. Again, he's an amateur. This is an amateur, it's incredible talent on his own.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth.
Steve, the program director from 106.3.
Long lay the world in sin and error high, till he appeared, and the soul felt its worth.
He told us later the vibrato is just natural.
A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoiced.
Starting to build now.
For yonder breaks
Gets to the chorus, you're going to go.
a new and
You want to just
glorious
here we go, Steve. It's Steve.
On your knees, oh, hear the angels' voice.
she first heard that. He loves you, baby. Can he pull it off? Yeah. For the love of his life, and Steve. Program director Steve to woo the love of his life. And they are together today. The sound of love at Christmas. Steve from 106.3. Man, I wish I had that kind of, you could just, she'll never forget that moment when she opened, heard that. Wow.
He won't either.
No, either one of us. I know I won't. 356. Another, we got Flounder's Funny here in a second. A couple of Babylon Bee Awards. Fast Food Employee of the Year, Donald Trump. Never has a new inexperienced hire brought such immediate spike in customer traffic. Diners and media members lined up for blocks to try this young man's French fries and otherwise woo him with his drive-through window technique. The most legendary fast food worker in recorded history. Witnesses predict this lowly fry cook would one day become president of the United States. God almighty. 357. How about a little Flounder's Funny for Nucky's Hoagies up there in Woodstock Road there in Roswell. Stacy and Shannon, the naughty little sisters.
My cousin Randy is maybe the dumbest person I've ever met in my entire life. The dumbest guy I've ever met. The other day he comes up, he goes, Anthony, check out my new tattoo. It's the Japanese symbol for awesome. No, Randy. That's a swastika. I mean, man, everybody knows. That's the German symbol for awesome. Right at the beginning of this tour, 18 months ago, Kanye West came to one of my shows. I had no idea he was even there. I didn't find out until the next day when Kanye went on a podcast. And he said, I went to go see Anthony Jeselnik last night, and his opening joke is so high level that it made me realize I'm not funny. That's the best compliment I've ever gotten in my life. I humbled Kanye West.
Anthony Jeselnik, one of my favorite. Every one of his bits has some sort of horrible ending to it here. Can repeat Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. There with the camera program. Also coming up, we have Holy Crap at Sports. We have Pete. You got time for Pete's Tweets?
I doubt it.
Not right now. Okay, but well, you almost do. We almost do.
That's what we call a tease.
That's what we call a tease. Oh, you know what? In fact, I was thinking this the other day. I was going to try to. Oh, by the way, I did post some video. The movie A Christmas Story is on all the time. It's almost back to back, along with The Elf is on almost back to back on TNT, which is nice. You tune in for a little. Oh, you know what? I tried to watch it again the other night, and every time I tune in to watch it, it's a horrible part of it. It was really nice where part of it where he's entertaining the crowd. The elf guy shows up, but then all of a sudden he was in the boardroom, and his father says, "I hate you. I want nothing to do with you. Get out and never see me again," kind of stuff. And I thought, oh my God, why do I always tune in on the bad parts? I hate any negative thing about family like that, and I don't know. It just kills me. And I guess I don't know. I mean, I guess I could figure out the reason for it, but it really upset me. But you know what? I was thinking about one thing I would like to, I wish I'd done, and I'm going to do it somehow, I guess, when it's come back. I wanted to buy some of that smelling stuff for the girls with the blindfolds. Is it Gravité or Gravity? I don't know how they pronounce it. I've never even heard the name. Gravité, maybe, that particle stuff where the girls with the blindfolds love the guy with the brown shoes and the blue suit. I was going to buy some, but they're sold out apparently all over the freaking world. And I was going to buy some and go buy Amanda and Bella and Wiley and stuff and see if they could tell anything. But alas, I couldn't find any. So anyway, when we come back next year, maybe. Feliz Navidad, baby. 5 o'clock. Holy Crap and Sports is coming up, too. Give her Pete and Flounder.
WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. This hour is presented by Lee Brandt Jewelry and Watches.
Scandalous allegations. I'm Deborah Valentine, Fox News. The House Ethics Committee has released a blistering report alleging former Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida engaged in drug use and paid young women for sex. Fox's Chad Pergram reports.
The report says there is, quote, substantial evidence of Gaetz paying prostitutes for sex and having sex with a 17-year-old in high school. Gaetz tried to get a court injunction to suppress the report. His court filing said the report would cause, quote, irreversible damage to Gaetz's reputation. On X, Gaetz accused the committee of releasing the report just before Christmas so he could not defend himself. House Speaker Mike Johnson argued the ethics panel should withhold the report. That's because Gaetz quit Congress. The ethics panel has a mixed record of releasing reports about former members. The House rejected an effort by Illinois Democrat Sean Casten to compel the ethics committee to publish the report.
Gaetz continues to deny the allegations. A Guatemalan immigrant is accused of setting a sleeping woman on fire on a New York City subway car, causing her death.
The new statement from ICE, we learned that the person of interest is 33-year-old Sebastian Zabeta Khalil. And according to DHS sources, he's a person of interest who not only is an illegal migrant from Guatemala, but was also deported in 2018 after being arrested by Border Patrol in Arizona, then re-entered the country illegally once again as a getaway at an unknown location and time. He ended up winding up in New York, where police arrested him after a woman got set on fire and died in Brooklyn.
Fox's Nate Foy reporting. A North Carolina police officer is dead after being shot while responding to a report of a man with a gun inside of a Greensboro supermarket. A suspect was taken into custody. America's listening to Fox News.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Testanor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text REP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text REP to 321-321. That's REP to 321-321.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right a blank. Ready on your dog target. First one to the rear. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. How you doing? With Pete Davis and Flounder 503. And here's the number 404-741-1230. 741-1230. It's 106.3. It's almost Christmas. I still can't believe it. Beautiful sunny day. It's probably 40 or something, which is fine. But it's a beautiful sunny day, and it's almost Christmas. And I remember the time when, in fact, back in, was it 98 to 2000, somewhere in there, when I was a weekend weatherman at Channel 5. And I remember remembered that I actually predicted Christmas snow, and everybody laughed at me like crazy, and it snowed on freaking Christmas morning. Ken Cook and all the rest of them couldn't believe it. That was pretty funny. Anyway, that was bizarre. Working 7 days a week just to be on TV on weekend weather on Channel 5. Oh, man. Anyway, Timber Pete Flounder, here's number 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And again, it's almost Christmas, and in keeping with the spirit, we have Holder Cup of Sports coming up, Pete's Tweets, we have Flounder's Funnies, we have more poetry and happiness, including something you'll enjoy a little bit later on. But at the moment, it is also a very important day, which was brought to America's attention by the Costanza family. Flounder, if you will, sir, it's Festivus for the rest of us.
I haven't celebrated
Christmas tree
Daisy.
with some decorations.
Or either that or a different one. Could be good. If we could do the Festivus, it'd be good. If
I
you
got too many things on one computer here.
Well, there you go. The computer system is modern technology. And now we bring you Festivus.
I haven't celebrated Festivus in years. What is your interest? Well, just tell me everything, huh? Many Christmases ago, I went to buy a doll for my son. I reached for the last one they had, but so did another man. As I rained blows upon him, I realized there had to be another way. What happened to the doll? It was destroyed. But out of that, a new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us. That must have been some kind of doll. She was. And at the Festivus dinner, you gather your family around and tell them all the ways they have disappointed you over the past year. And is there a tree? No, instead there's a pole. Requires no decoration. I find tinsel distracting. Frank, this new holiday of yours is scratching me right where I itch. Let's do it then. All right. Festivus is back!
For the rest of us. There's Costanza family. Anyway, Kimmer Pete Flounder, 404-741-1230. Also, we will later on, probably do it tomorrow. We're going to, in case you missed it, our friend Kimmer Babe Patricia called in and gave us a woke version of The Night Before Christmas. We'll do that for you later on. Also, some more things we'll do tomorrow. We're going to play it all. And tomorrow, again, we have a 2-hour show. I assume it's 3 to 5. First, they wanted to have us come in at 3 in the morning for an hour and then at 10 o'clock at night. But I think we're doing 3 to 5 tomorrow. A 2-hour show tomorrow. Christmas Eve. Oh, wow. Christmas Eve. Cool. Fine. So anyway, we'll do all this Christmassy stuff and things like that. All right, little newsy style. I almost hate to do it. And again, you just heard the Matt Gaetz story. I think this is really appalling. And again, he was partying with teenage girls when he was young, and to them a hot, young guy, and going on trips. And he would said, well, if you don't, I'll pay for your plane ticket if you want to come down. We're having a party in Bermuda or whatever. And that's what my God. So now they're complaining. They're trying to make him like some kind of white slave trader. This is just freaking appalling. He's not anybody anymore. He's a private citizen. He quit. You hounded him out of his position of the administration and the cabinet for Donald Trump. You won. The liberals won. They hounded him out. It was gone. It was a stupid pick. I can't believe Trump picked him, but he did. And I still think it was an example so that when they got rid of him, that they would be afraid to get rid of another one. But I don't know. Whatever. Scapegoat. Anyway, Matt Gaetz is gone. He's done. He quit Congress. His life is over as a politician or as a public guy forever. God knows how his family and wife are reacting to all this. He was single at the time when he was, having sex with girls and smoking weed and going to parties. And he was doing that. He kind of admitted that he was doing stuff like that. He said, I'm at a different time. I dated a lot of women, sent them money. Even if I didn't date him, I said, if you want to join us and so forth. He was a very generous guy. Boom, bam, pow. And he saw him smoking marijuana. Oh, my God. What a horrible thing. I'm just sick, just sleazy, sick, greasy, slimy, putrid, divisive, hative stuff just to get him. There was no reason for it. He didn't have anything to do with anybody's future. And the report came out today just to get him. And what Republicans didn't stop that? Well, again, I don't know who's responsible for it. 508. Another quick story I even hate talking about. We're going to play Donald Trump here in a second, Flounder. Lee's up the place, and also Scott Jennings here, too. But if you didn't see it, the video, if you just got in your car, There is video, it's horrible, of the guy from Guatemala, an illegal alien, sneaked in 2018. Donald Trump deported him. He sneaked back in again. And then he was commonly set a woman on fire on the subway, and you may have seen the video or heard about the story. And while she's burning, he fanned her flames with a towel or a rug or something or other, while the police department shoot him away, saying, leave us alone, not knowing he was the guy who set her on fire. There's also video of a cop just standing there watching her burn, which is amazing. Walking back and forth to me, which is fairly amazing. And I mean, it's just, my God. Illegal immigrant from Guatemala. And set her on fire for what possible reason? And then, thank God, 3 high school kids recognized him and called the police to get him. He was still in another car of the train, apparently, or on the platform, whatever. Good Lord. All right, 509. Flounder, let's do this. Donald Trump wants Greenland. He wants a Panama Canal. He wants to put the name McKinley back on the mountain that's Denali up there in Alaska and all kinds of stuff. And he wants to get rid of wokeness. Flounder, if you will, Donald Trump speaking.
And woke has to stop. Because along with everything else, it's destroying our country. We're going to stop woke. Woke is bullshit. As an example, in addition to the military bases, I understand they want to now rename 14 ships. We want to rename them. Some of these ships have had a great and glorious past. They want to take the name off and put another name down. Oh, I can imagine whose name they're going to put up. Not going to happen with me. It's not happening with me, I can promise you that.
Well, Donald Trump. And he also wants the Panama Canal to stop charging exorbitant rates. He says we want to take back control of Panama Canal, which was given to them by, was it Jimmy Carter? Or Jimmy Carter, I believe. And Trump says, wait a minute, now they're screwing us. You know, we helped them build the damn thing and lost thousands of lives doing it, mosquito deaths.
Well, they're doing it because the Chinese control it,
That's
basically.
right. That's right. The Chinese. And again, he also wants Greenland, which is still kind of owned by Denmark. And Denmark says, no, we're keeping Greenland. Thank you very much. He wants, I mean, he tried to get Greenland, 8 years ago when he was talking about it. And he's still, I don't know how he could just suddenly say, we want to buy your country. I guess it's okay with me. Anyway, can we play the Scott Jennings here, Flounder? Do we have time real quick? Scott Jennings on CNN. We're talking about everybody's complaining about how the billionaires are now running Donald Trump. What they said was a dictator. Now he's a pansy. Here's Scott Jennings setting the record straight on CNN.
And I hear Democrats, criticizing the idea that we have unelected people with too much influence over the government. I invite them to pick up the Wall Street Journal from this week and find out that unelected people have been running the government for the last 4 years. I hear Democrats criticizing the influence of billionaires on our politics when you've got this Soros punk running around collecting Democrat politicians like my kids collect Pokemon cards. So I think all the criticism of Musk coming from the left is totally hypocritical, totally over the top, and he is doing something interesting, bringing some transparency to the federal government. It's not a terrible thing. But it's a...
Yeah. Scott Jennings on CNN setting a record straight once again with these people. I mean, and they can't stop. And Ocasio-Cortez actually had the balls to come out and say that we are now in an oligarchy because Donald Trump and his billionaire friends are running the country and the billionaires are running Donald Trump. Therefore, the billionaires are running the oligarchy like kings and princes and so forth. These are the people who were run by the billionaires. In fact, I had a list of billionaires. In fact, I may still have it here real quick, and I'll try not to be a goof. The list of billionaires. Well, now of course I can't find it, but there's they list of all these billionaires who have given all the money, including Soros and Bill Gates, Buffett. I mean, a whole list of running the Democrat Party for years and years and years. And she has the balls to say we're in an oligarchy because he's friends with a billionaire. Oh my God! I mean, these people can't stop. You can't hate him enough. Still trying to divide the country, trying to get people to hate Donald Trump as though he's done something wrong. We won. All right, 5:13, Kimmer Pete Flounder. Holy crap, it's sports, and then we got a special our presentation for you, the little people, and all kinds of things coming up. Kimmer Pete Flounder, 404-741-1230. It's almost
Let's
Christmas.
see if you believe in me. Boom, 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 boom. Santa baby forgot to mention one little thing. All right.
From the latest breaking news to the conservative voices you know and trust, your best new follow on social media is Extra 1063. We're at XTRA 1063 on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and LinkedIn, and pretty much any social media you scroll through every day. And we drop exclusive giveaways, new daily content, and the latest breaking news from Georgia and across this great nation. Interact with your favorite Extra personalities. Get the latest on our live events and so much more. Follow at Extra 1063 across all your social media and keep up with Atlanta's only conservative voice.
Oh, and a ho, ho, ho. We got Holy Crap at Sports. We have Holy Crap. It's Atlanta Safe House with a ho, ho, ho. You know, right up till the last minute, collecting toys for tots for the little boys and girls and some of the older boys and girls for Christmas time. It's even tough for the Marine Corps to get out there for toys for tots. But sure enough, the guys that are Jeff and Mark and these guys, I can't say enough about Atlanta Safe House, my longest sponsor. So loyal people who are, I mean, I honestly, they've been there from the start, and they continue to show that they just love what this country stands for, saluting the election of a president, going on the public to say this is good for America, the same way they protect your rights and your stuff. Atlanta Safe House, you have a showroom in Acworth, and if you're up in the area on Industrial Boulevard, stop in and say hi, take a selfie or something, and check out what they have in store for you, as long as dropping them. Not too late for the last second toy drop. Anyway, the pistol safes and gun safes, all the gun safes, by the way, you don't pay the sales tax for the rest of this year, and boy, and some of the top brands of all time, Browning, or got rebates going on like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, protecting your rights, protecting your stuff, and take it from the Kimmer. Save your medical records, your living will, all that kind of stuff, so your family knows what's what and where is what is where. Please tell them the Kimmer sent you. Semper Fi and a Merry Christmas, our friends on the web, atlantasafehouse.com.
We're sharing more love than ever before during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event. By the end of this year, Subaru and its retailers like Jennifer and the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett will have donated nearly $320 million to charities like the ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels America, and the National Park Foundation. It's the reason why we say Subaru of Gwinnett is more than a car dealer. We always go the extra mile for our community. And during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event, you can drive away in the Subaru model you've had your eye on all year. But now through January 2nd is the only time you can get a new Subaru, and Subaru of Gwinnett will donate $250 to a charitable cause of your choosing. It's just one way that we share the love this holiday season. Visit SubaruofGwinnett.com for details and start shopping for the Subaru that your family will love for years to come. Then come by and see us for a test drive and meet our staff. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru. Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, and online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
You know the old expression, I love it when a plan comes together? Well, with our First Liberty Notes, this has been so true. Hello, I'm Brant Frost, founder of First Liberty Building and Loan. You hear about our family's company all the time right here on the station. For over 30 years, we've been the local lender who said yes when the big banks say no. A couple of months ago, we opened up our First Liberty Notes program to Main Street investors just like you, and the response has been just incredible. Folks from airline pilots to physicians to even pastors are now earning 8 to 13% interest rates while helping to fuel the growth of local small businesses. If you're a qualified investor with a minimum of $25,000, you too could be earning 8 to 13% interest. We'd love to have you join our First Liberty family today. Go to FirstLibertyGA.com and see if our First Liberty Notes are right for you. Go to FirstLibertyGA.com. That's FirstLibertyGA.com.
First Liberty Notes are not obligations of or guaranteed by any financial institution and are not secured by any collateral. They are not FDIC insured or guaranteed by any government agency. You could lose money. SEC accredited investor status must be verified. Securities not offered in any jurisdiction in which it is unlawful.
Military veterans are eager to transfer their skills and experiences to civilian life, but lack trusted connections to expedite their path to success. The civilian world can be confusing, and veterans do not need to journey through it alone. When you reach out to the Warrior Alliance, we will guide you to the best-in-class resources that can lead you toward renewed purpose after serving our nation. Find out why thousands of warriors have found success after service after engaging with the Warrior Alliance. For assistance, go to thewarrioralliance.org or call 404-210-1776.
I am Michael Green, chef and third-generation owner of Matthews Cafeteria, located on Main Street in historic downtown Tucker, Georgia. We have been serving Southern comfort favorites since my grandparents opened the doors in 1955. 70 years later, Matthews is still preparing those same recipes. Come in today, grab a tray and sit down to award-winning fried chicken, turkey and dressing, hand-peeled mashed potatoes, and made-from-scratch biscuits, pies, and cobblers. Serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 6 days a week. Come and see us today and experience the Matthews way.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. At A Second Chance Bail Bonds, we believe everyone deserves a second chance. We handle bonds from local to federal for any jail in any city. And in most cases, we can have you or your loved one out of jail in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT. Or online at atlbail.com.
Give the gift of Braves baseball this holiday season. The Braves Holiday Pack includes tickets to 5 games during the 2025 season. Now with a premier option, including games against the Dodgers, Red Sox, and Orioles, starting as low as $110. Or the value option, which includes matchups against the Phillies, Nationals, and Twins, starting at $75. Visit Braves.com/holiday to select your holiday pack plan and preferred seating option before they're sold out. Atlanta Braves baseball, we are Braves country.
Flounder, I apologize. I overcooked the damn chocolate chip cookie. I left them on the tray about 30 seconds too long.
They were delicious.
They could have been better. I'll try to do better. Anyway, I got 520. Sponsored by RBM of Atlanta. Holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
The Michael Penix era got off to a rip-roaring start.
Yeah.
Should have said junior, too. With a 34-7 rout of the Giants in the Benz yesterday. Offense started slowly. Receivers dropped 2 of Michael's first 3 passes. Thank you very much. But after the defense heated up with 2 pick sixes, the Falcons erased that early 7-3 deficit and pulled away. Just about everyone in the stadium had a catch except tight end Kyle Pitts, who not only went catchless, he managed to deflect a touchdown into the waiting hands of the opponent. Penix finished 18-27 for 202 passing yards with 1 interception, and that was because of Pitts. But to be fair, the New York player did knock it out of Kyle's hands. Everybody loves the throwback red helmet, by the way. Even Scott Van Pelt of ESPN called them lovely. I'm telling you, that is a good look. Black jerseys, red helmet, white pants.
I like it.
So the Falcons are now in the driver's seat to win the NFC South since Tampa Bay lost what was a great game in Dallas last night. Despite being eliminated from the postseason just hours before, the Cowboys showed up and played like men, so hats off to them. All the Falcons have to do is lose both their last games while the Buccaneers lose both theirs, and they've won the division. All the Falcons have to do is win one of their last 2 against Washington and Carolina, while the Bucs lose one of their last 2. Or Falcons win both of their last 2 games. Winning at D.C. is going to be tough against former Falcons coach Dan Quinn. Basically, the Commanders are a playoff team already. And finishing the season here at home against Carolina, that's not the same Panthers team from earlier this year, so that's not easy either.
And I'll tell you what, that guy, Washington quarterback, I mean, man, I'll tell you what, didn't he come? It's he the one who made the last second touchdown thing at the end. So I mean, he looked like a superstar out there. I saw some highlights.
It shows what happens when you play a rookie quarterback all year.
I'll tell you. I mean, geez, he looked great.
Sometimes. Happy birthday to Kirby Smart, who turns 49 today.
Excellent, Kirby. Coach.
Georgia Tech transfer wide receiver Eric Singleton has thrown away his college career.
Ooh. What do you mean?
Yeah. He signed with Auburn.
Oh, uh-oh.
Poor bastard. The first batch of games the 12-team college playoff committee foisted upon us turned out to be duds. Having the first games on home campuses is great. It looks great, sounds great, but it pretty much assures the home team's going to win and win big, because that's what happened. Especially when you put ACC teams in the mix and throw strength of schedule out the window. You can expect a lot of SOS to play a more prominent role next year. Peter Burns of ESPN posted this nugget of joy. SMU, a Cinderella story, got blown out at Penn State by 28. Here's a look at the Mustangs' schedule. They lost to both ranked teams they faced this year. The best Atlantic Coast Conference team they beat was only the 5th best ACC team this year. It was a nice story, but in the end, they probably didn't deserve to be there. Indiana got outclassed by the Fighting Irish. Longtime bettors could see this coming. Says the Hoosiers have not won in South Bend since Denali was president. You know him as William McKinley. 1898 was the last time the Hoosiers won in South.
Well, you know, they were a Cinderella story. They were really an incredible story of India. But there's probably no way there ever were going to be really in the top 2 or 3 teams in the country to win the national championship. So, but it was a great story. But there's no way that they were going to do it. But you know, that's why they got in there, because I think people just thought it was a great story, and they did. They were successful. But strength of schedule should count.
Mike Griffith points out Notre Dame is favored over Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. The Bulldogs an underdog for the 2nd straight game, but only for the 3rd time in their last 57 contests. Notre Dame star defensive lineman Riley Mills out for the rest of the season after injuring his knee against Indiana. That is quite a blow for them. And Dogs transfer linebacker Troy Bowles has committed to Michigan. Tennessee blown out by Ohio State. Hey, Buckeyes, where was the energy when you played the Wolverines?
Yeah,
come on. I don't understand that. Maybe the Volunteers players shouldn't have warmed up shirtless in the freezing weather. That probably didn't help matters much there. Lord. Circa Sports has Texas 3.5 to 1 favorites to win the national title. Ohio State and Oregon 4 to 1. The Nittany Lions 5 to 1. UGA 6 to 1. The Irish 6.5 to 1. The Sun Devils 60 to 1 odds, and Boise State also 60 to 1. And speaking of odds making, maybe Clay Travis of the Clay and Buck Show, which precedes us here on Extra 106.3, should stick to politics.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Here's Clay's tweet Saturday morning, quote, I'm all on the 3 underdogs to cover today. SMU, Clemson, and Tennessee. Let's get rich, kids. End quote.
Yeah. Well, they also have a gambling sponsor, which is getting people to enjoy the wonderfulness of gambling.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it's a wonderful thing to
do.
Last
word, Clay was canceling his kids' Christmas this year, though. I think he lost a lot of money on that. Please sit down if you're standing. If you're driving, place both hands tightly on the wheel at 10 and 2, for this may shock you. Danny Cannell. Yes, that Danny Cannell, former Florida State and Atlanta Falcons quarterback, starter and backup, noted SEC hater and ACC apologist, has posted an interesting and, yes, even entertaining tweet. It's been a long time coming, but Danny Boy has finally done it. He's written a letter from a university to their football player who is transferring out of their school. Okay, let me find it here a second here. It goes something like this. You ready?
All right, sir. Danny Cannell.
Dear Transfer Portal Player X, ever since you walked onto our campus 6 months ago, we knew it was the start of something special. You came in just like any other broke college student, overwhelmed with your 3 online courses, getting lost on your bicycle around campus, and just trying to fit in with a brand new team. That's a struggle for anyone, let alone someone doing it for the 3rd time in 3 years. But look at you now, driving a Lamborghini, living in the penthouse downtown, and flying around the country in your private jet for all your philanthropic work with the children. You have quadrupled your social media following and have built quite the brand. That touchdown celebration that went viral in our 42-14 loss to our state rival, that was truly epic, and a moment our fans will never forget. We are deeply saddened to lose someone we consider a son, or maybe an adopted son, or, well, actually a foster child at the very least. But you get the point. Your new school truly is going to get an incredible talent. And while you didn't get to start for us, we truly hope that the 5th time is the charm for you, your agent, your manager, and your personal trainer. You will always be a part of our family and will always be welcome back here on campus for the spring game. Your number 1 fan, Danny Cannell. Loving kisses.
Can't wait for alumni weekend, right? Oh my God, what a great point. I mean, that's perfect.
It was.
It's perfect.
It's perfect
for your 5th time. I mean, oh my, yeah. Here we go.
Oh yeah, that dude that transferred from Georgia and whined and moaned and then went out to USC is now moved up to Oregon. I forget his name, but the guy's just a complete loser. Army transfer running back Kanye Udo has committed to the Arizona State Community College for Wayward Cadets.
Community College of Wayward anything, sir.
Speaking of Arizona State, are you going to see your alma mater you're obviously so proud of get destroyed by Texas here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
Frank, is that a New Year's Eve, a New Year's Day game? I think don't they start New Year's Day now? I think they're off until New Year's Day. I think anyway, whatever.
So you going?
Hell no. I'll probably watch part of it on TV, but I don't care about Arizona State. I mean, I appreciate the fact they let me in. The only school let me in after having no transfer credits, but I was in the Marines.
Don't you think you owe them something then?
I did. I became a top 10% graduate, an honors graduate, and did 4 years of college in 2 years.
Did that help them?
Pass that along. People know that now and understand Arizona State. The Kimmers a graduate. Oh, geez, God.
Bevo, the Longhorn, will not be in attendance at the game again.
Must be.
It's sad, but the only thing about Travis Hunter people have been talking about since he won the Heisman Trophy is his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Even Atlanta rapper Bow Wow has taken to social media to warn Travis about women, saying he better wake up. Hunter has deleted his Instagram account because of all this.
Yeah.
Bowl games today. The Myrtle Beach Bowl, played annually in Sheboygan. Texas San Antonio whipped Coastal Carolina 44-15.
Ooh.
And at the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, played just outside Temecula, California.
Yeah.
Fresno State over Northern Illinois, but they were tied last time I checked. They're somewhere in the fourth quarter, I believe.
Okay.
Now, Fresno State are known as what? What's Fresno
the
State?
Fresno State Cantaloupes. The Fresno Cantaloupes.
Close.
Sure.
Close. They're the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, I'm sorry. That's very close.
Usually. Yeah. But today on ESPN, their graphic gave them a new nickname.
Yeah.
Instead of Bulldogs, they added an N, and it read Bulldong. The Fresno State Bulldogs, known for their lengthy practices, I believe.
Yes.
Like that. Yeah. By the way, this just in, Bill Clinton has been hospitalized. That just popped over my phone there.
Yeah, it's not surprising. You see, the last time you saw him, he looked like death walking.
He looked pretty bad. Yeah. We lost one of the greats over the weekend, all-time stolen base king and possibly the greatest leadoff hitter ever. Ricky Henderson died of pneumonia at age 65. Yeah. Ricky, a 10-time All-Star, 2-time world champion, the all-time scoring leader, 1990 American League Most Valuable Player, 3-time Silver Slugger winner, and first ballot Hall of Famer. Playing for 8 teams across 24 years, Henderson had 3 seasons with at least 20 home runs and 65 stolen bases. The other 23,369 players in Major League Baseball history combined have 4.
Yeah. I heard people over the weekend say he was the greatest baseball player they've ever seen.
Right up there?
I heard it from guys who in the business, baseball players, yeah.
Yeah. Henderson, 3,055 hits, 297 home runs, 279 batting average. Ricky Henderson dead at age of 65. Known for talking about himself in the third person, a reporter once asked Ricky about an estimate that 50% of major leaguers were taking steroids. Henderson replied, quote, "Well, Ricky's not one of them, so that's 49% right there." End quote.
I don't think he quite understood the question.
I don't think he did.
That place is so popular, nobody goes there anymore, Yogi.
And that's sports.
Well, we're not quite. Actually, we'll come back with it because we're late for a break, 5:31. And again, Ricky Henderson, I don't remember why. I didn't see him very much because he was Oakland all the years that I was watching for some reason.
They were good when he was with Oakland.
Oh, God, they were great. But I mean, I didn't get to see him. I didn't watch the American League, and I very rarely watched him on TV for some reason. And I kind of miss it because he really was spectacular. 5:31, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and it's a wonderful time of the year. Here we go.
With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
Monday, the 20th. President Donald Trump is officially sworn in as President of the United States. And Extra 106.3 will bring you live coverage of the inauguration and everything that happens next. There will be a lot of changes and breaking news in the first 100 days of Donald Trump's second presidency. And Extra will have live updates from the biggest personalities in the country and the local legends you know and trust. For the breaking news without the spin, there's only one place you can talk about it. Extra 106.3 FM.
Well, yeah, you almost made it through the holidays and through the Christmas time. And let's say, crash, there goes your fender. Oh, boy, a fender bender. Even a little accident right now, this time of year, of course, anytime, seriously, is going to mess up your day and maybe a lot more than that. On your side. I'm going to give you a phone number to put in your phone in case there's an accident. Don't do anything stupid. Don't get into a fist fight. But for goodness sakes, make sure you're taken care of first of all. And then before you sign anything, get a hold of David Van Sant. There's a very good reason, especially if you didn't do anything. David Van Sant used to work for the insurance companies. And they love him, but they fear him. And they know when his name pops up on the old phone screen, someone's going to pay for it. Because David Van Sant knows all the tricks and all the stuff. And again, I love insurance companies. Good thing they're there. But they don't want to pay more than they have to. And they have charts and graphs and tables and stuff. Well, that doesn't mean that may not be your case. So David Van Sant's the guy who's going to protect you. Because guess what? Not only is it in it for you, if you don't get paid, he doesn't get paid. The Van Sant Law Firm is doing this for you. Protecting your rights and protecting your stuff. Taking care of you. I'll give you the phone number. Put it in your phone now. And believe me, this may be just the thing you need if something bad happens. 855-GA-INJURY. 855-GA-INJURY. Look them up on the web, vansantlaw.com.
Rhino here for my elves at True Prep. Don't give a tie or socks or a thoughtless gift card from a big box store. Show you put some care and thought into their gift by giving them a gift from one of the most unique stores in Atlanta, and that's True Prep. Check for weekly sales during the month of December, and as an added bonus, for every $50 spent on a gift card, True Prep will give you a bonus card with a $5 added bonus. For details, check online at trueprep.com. That's TRUprep.com. Prepare today for a worry-free tomorrow at True Prep.
Lee Brand Jewelry and Watches would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and to thank all of you who have made Lee Brand a success. Come in this Christmas and experience Lee Brand's unparalleled customer service and beautiful diamond, sapphire, ruby, and emerald jewelry. There's no greater feeling than making Christmas special for someone you love, and special Christmas memories are made at Lee Brand, where quality, value, and service are the Lee Brand difference. Located in Sandy Springs in the Trader Joe's Shopping Center, or visit online at leebrand.com. That's leebrand.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Echo. This Christmas, give the gift that keeps on giving. Echo Power Equipment. Whether it's a new chainsaw, trimmer, or blower, Echo has the perfect tools to make any outdoor job easier and efficient. At Howard Brothers, they've got the Echo tools for every task and every budget, so you can find the right gift for the hardworking person in your life. Let's get something special wrapped up under the tree this year. Echo Power Equipment is built for those who love to get things done, and Howard Brothers is here to make your Christmas shopping easier.
Millions of guys suffer from erectile dysfunction. That's 1 in 3 men. And I can tell you, I'm one of them.
If you or someone you know suffers from ED, Peyronie's disease, or PE, here's 38-year emergency room doctor and founder of Total Body Therapy of Georgia, Dr. Eric Deal.
Patients who enter my office are often frustrated, hopeless, depressed, and embarrassed. I understand the problem, and I'm going to help you fix it. We provide testosterone replacement therapy, the P-shot, and treatment for ED, PE, and Peyronie's disease. There's not just one therapy that can solve these complex issues. When you visit our clinic, you're going to see me. I'll do a complete history and physical prior to any treatment that we use. Take it from me, Dr. Deal. When it's not hard, it's really hard.
Call Dr. Deal for your free one-on-one evaluation and resolve your ED, Peyronie's, or PE issues. 404-777-1911. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. 404-777-1911. Online at tbtofga.com. Hey, Georgia neighbors, it's time to expect more from your Medicare Advantage. Discover Sonder Health's custom plans tailored just for Georgians. Saunders offers unique benefits, including special plans for those living with chronic conditions. Some plans even come with grocery or gas benefits to support your overall well-being. Sonder Health makes it easy to get the coverage you need. See for yourself what today's Medicare Advantage can do for you. Visit SonderHealthPlans.com, a healthier state of life. Sonder Health Plans is an HMO and PPO with Medicare contracts. Enrollment in Sonder Health Plans depends on contract renewal.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and old as a reindeer.
Timothy Chalamet.
This does not sound like who you might not think it is.
It's Timothy Chalamet.
Hang your stocking, say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
Bum, bum, bum. 1962, during his first visit to Britain, Bob Dylan performed at the King and Queen pub in London's West End, the singer-songwriter's third British gig. Bob Dylan. This does not sound like Bob Dylan. Well, that does right there. That part. Anyway, pretty cool. Eddie Vedder is 60 years old today. He's a guitar picker, right? Isn't Ed Vedder with, what's his group?
He's a singer.
Eddie Vedder, the singer, of course. 60 years old today. And the hideous Billy Crystal. Isn't he that weird idiot Democrat screamer? Who's Billy Crystal? Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal?
K-R-I-S-T-O-L. Oh, wait, no, K-R-I-S-T-O-L. Crystal. Isn't that the commentator?
Bill Crystal?
Bill Crystal, yeah.
That rhino wussy.
Yeah, that guy.
Just needs his butt beat.
Yeah, exactly. Bill
That
Crystal,
guy.
72.
He's a Democrat
Yeah.
apologist.
Oh, man. Yeah. Talk about a head
Turncoat.
Yeah. Yep. You're Clark Chrysler. 5:39. Yes.
Got breaking news
All
here.
right, say it.
Northern Illinois and the Fresno State Bulldogs are tied going into overtime.
Oh, my. By the way, a couple of great overtime games over the weekend, too. I mean, man, I really enjoyed the crap out of some of those games over the weekend. Really cool. And a couple of, rookie quarterbacks and, including ours. And I wonder whether the pass was harder to catch because he's a lefty. And whether the spin made a difference on, like, our Kyle Pitts or I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we won, so.
Yeah. I think the bottom line, the common denominator there is Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, and the guy trying to stop him from catching it, too, probably didn't help. 540, Kimmer Peen Flounder, something special coming up. First of all, Pete Davis, some sports stuff. 1972, it was the last second play forever known as the Immaculate Reception. The Pittsburgh Steelers beating the Oakland Raiders 13-7 in the playoffs, 1972. Franco Harris caught a deflected pass down by his ankles and kept it and ran it in for the winning touchdown. And if you've ever... what's that?
Sure he did.
Sure he did. In 1951, for the first time, an NFL championship game was televised nationwide. The LA Rams beat the Cleveland Browns 24-17 in 1951. The Dumont Network, that was such a thing before NBC, the Dumont Network paid $75,000 for the rights to televise the game. $75,000. Jack Ham birthday, Hall of Famer, 76 years old, Pittsburgh Steeler linebacker guy. And Bill Rogers, the marathoner, Olympic marathoner, 77 years old today. Our 5 o'clock hour brought to you by our friends at Lee Brandt Jewelers. Luxury jewelry and watches affordable. You can drop by their store in Sandy Springs or visit LeeBrandt.com. 541. Flounder, shall we entertain the little people with something special, which is a tribute not only to Pete, but a guy named Jeff helping out as we bring you now a particular Christmas wish. And something for you, the little people. Yes, once again, time for another edition of Not the Kimmers, Not the Rainy Day Bad Text Theater Playhouse, a Christmas edition, to bring the extra twinkle into the otherwise dreary lives of you, the little people. And this is a special Jeff edition. Here's the scene. A typical American mall. Your typical tired and bored American mall Santa Claus has listened to the last crying child of the season sit on his knee and tell him what he wants for Christmas. Dear old tired Santa's ready to pull off his boots and hit the old eggnog. But as the father of the last boy lifts the child off Santa's lap, he looks quizzically at not-so-jolly old St. Nick and says...
Hey, Santa, can I ask you a question?
The exhausted St. Nicholas looks up at the man and says,
Sure, what's one more? Watch your question.
And the man gets a sly grin on his face as he says,
What list am I on? Naughty or nice?
Well, I've been looking at the memes you've been posting this year. So probably the FBI, the DHS, the CIA, and the NSA. Oh, yeah. And Chris Hansen and the camera crew are waiting to speak to you outside your house.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's a story of Christmas cheer from a man who tried to trick Santa Claus and himself was tricked because old Saint... Pete Davidson. Just Pete, Jeff and Pete. It's the double teaming of Not the Kevin's Rainy Day Theater Playhouse. It's almost hard to be here with this adulation and everything.
I have a question for the actor who played the father.
The father actor, yeah. I wondered.
I think I know your question. I thought for when I read it real quickly, I thought I was a kid. That's why I had the lisp.
He had a lisp.
Because as you know, all kids have lisps.
Yes, exactly.
Well, here's what happened. This is behind the scenes here. He comes on and goes, hey, you want to do the Rainy Day Theater thing here? I said, yeah. I said, what part are you? Because we hadn't discussed it. Which part we're going to be?
Well, sure.
And he goes, hold on a second. I got to read it. Like 1 minute before we did
That's probably a good idea. Well, I think you pulled it off beautifully, gentlemen.
Beautiful.
That's all
Thank
I
you.
can say. And it's, we do it. In fact, we have our old friend Shel Silverstein. You remember that? If you know, years and years ago, one of the very, very famous kind of satirist, writer, poet, a guy, a very, very famous fellow. Years ago, I made myself a snowball as perfect as could be. I thought I'd keep it as a pet and let it sleep with me. I made it some pajamas and a pillow for its head. Then last night it ran away, but first it wet the bed. Shel Silverstein. A BB gun, a model plane, a basketball electric train, a bicycle, a cowboy hat, a comic book, a baseball bat, a deck of cards, a science kit, a racing car, a catcher's mitt. So that's my list of everything that Santa Claus forgot to bring. Oh, sorry.
All right. I got one.
All right, sir.
Actress Mae West, Christmas card in 1934, had a drawing of her wearing only a leather corset sitting in Santa's lap.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
The poem read, if Santa fails to reach your house, just bear it with a grin. I wrote and said, come up sometime. And the dear old guy moved in.
And she never did say, why don't you come up and see me sometime? She said things close to it. Come up and see me. She said, come see me. Yeah, but she never said, why don't you come up and see me sometime? Although I think she did say, is that a gun in your pocket? Or are you excited to see me? I think that was hers. And by the way, I use that all the time. In reverse. Say that, yes, that is a gun in my pocket.
I saw an old movie. There's three catty women, and one of them says, I look good in clothes. I look better than you two in clothes. In fact, if so-and-so saw me in clothes, he would be absolutely amazed.
Yeah.
And the other one said, if he saw you in clothes, he wouldn't recognize you.
5:46 already. Holy moly. Kipper, Pete, and Flounder. We got so much more, too. 106.3 with your Monday, almost Christmas. Holy smokes. Flounder, 404-741-1230 is coming right up.
And, of course, Joe Biden did not keep his word, and he did pardon Hunter. But really, what did you expect?
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
You may know that ATL Turf Co. has become a leader in artificial grass design and installation services, but you may not know that ATL Turf Co. is a large artificial grass distributor. We only sell U.S.-made premium name brand turf at factory direct pricing below wholesale. And now we're open to the public with large inventories of lawn and landscape, putting green, athletic, and pet turf on sale. Plus, all remnants are on sale for only $1 per square foot, direct from Dalton to our warehouse in Kennesaw. Visit atlturfco.com to learn more. atlturfco.com.
This holiday season, give her something she'll cherish forever. Something she'll wear every day. Something she'll look at and smile every time. Hi, I'm Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. This year, we've got the perfect gift for the holidays at an incredible price. How about a 1-carat tennis bracelet, just $9.99, and a 2-carat bracelet for $19.99, 3-carat for $29.99, all the way up to a 7-carat bracelet for only $69.99. Why the tennis bracelet? It's timeless style. It adds sparkle to any outfit. They are comfortable enough to wear every day, and can be dressed up or down for any occasion. Tennis bracelets can also be family heirlooms that can be passed down from generation to generation. And if you get it at Solomon Brothers, you know you are getting the most beautiful, all-natural diamonds at the very best price. So stop in any one of our 3 stores on Peachtree Road in Buckhead, Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta, and on Fisher Crossing Drive in Sharpsburg. Visit us online at SolomonBrothers.com or on Instagram at Solomon Brothers.
A coach who knows the game can teach their team how to improve, but one who genuinely cares about each player
You have what it takes. We got this.
can inspire them to win. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Because when you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Start feeling unstoppable. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Look, I think your health insurance premiums just went up again. Hey, it's the Kimmer. How's it going? Hey, I got great news. If you're tired of those skyrocketing health insurance premiums, introducing Trump Care. If you're healthy and self-employed, small business owner, close to Medicare, even on a COBRA plan, Health Insurance Doctors got you covered. How about saving up to 60% on annual premiums with Trump Care plans? Nationwide PPO network. Let you see any doctor, any hospital, plus 0 deductibles, no co-pays. The best part, plans are available year-round. No more open enrollment, no hard-to-get subsidies, no IRS penalties. Oh, guess what? It's free to you. You don't have to pay them to do it. The Health Insurance Doctor for decades, proudly serving the metro Atlanta area. Thousands of happy customers. Here's a free number to get a quote, 678-523-0759. Visit healthinsurancedoctor.net. Here's the number again. Again, there's no charge to you, 678-523-0759. On the web, healthinsurancedoctor.net. Here we go.
Out of all the reindeers, you know you're the mastermind.
Bad day for Chuck Berry in 1959.
Run, Rudolph. Randolph ain't too far behind.
Yeah, he was Chuck Berry arrested.
Run, Rudolph. Santa's gotta make it to town.
He took a girl named Janice Noreen.
Hurry, tell him he can take the freeway.
She was 14 years old. He took her across the state line and got caught having sex with her and got sentenced to 5 years in jail. But there's a little more to the story. It was the violation of the Mann Act. She worked as a hat check girl in St. Louis at a nightclub at the age of 14. Chuck Berry was accused of having sex with her. He was convicted and served 20 months in prison. He had hired her but fired her after 2 weeks. Several days after she was fired, she was arrested for prostitution, and that's when she told police about her relationship with Chuck Berry, and that's when they arrested him. He got out early after racist comments by the judge, and they let him out. But anyway, Chuck Berry and a 14-year-old professional hooker, a hat check girl at a nightclub at the age of 14 in 1959. Wow. Brutal. On this day in history, it's 5:50. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. On this day in history, 1888, the Dutch painter Vincent van Gogh cuts off part of his ear with a razor during a fit of dementia. He and Paul Gauguin had been living and working in Arras, France. Tensions developed. Van Gogh threatened Gauguin with a knife. After Gauguin left, Van Gogh used the knife to cut off part of his own ear and then wrapped it up and gave it to a hooker at a nearby brothel. This is Van Gogh. After a short hospital stay to mend the ear, Van Gogh checked into a mental hospital where he stayed for a year. He went back and forth between madness and extreme creativity, producing some of his most famous works while he was half nuts, including Starry Night and Self-Portrait with Bandaged Ear. He also painted a portrait of the doctor Felix Ray, who treated his ear wound. Giving the portrait to Dr. Ray, Ray didn't like it and used it at first to repair a chicken coop. He used a Van Gogh painting as part of a chicken coop, and then he gave it away. That painting, given to the doctor that he gave away after a chicken coop, is now valued at more than $50 million.
Yep.
Van Gogh left the clinic in May of 1890 and then killed himself 2 months later. Wow. Good grief.
If they'd have put him on mood-altering drugs like Paxil, we would have never had those works of art, but he probably wouldn't have killed himself.
Well,
so.
I mean, and again, all the stuff was when he was going through the horrible mental problems. 5:52. Kim repeating the flounder. 404-741-1230.
Well, we got an update. NIU has taken the lead 28-20 over the Fresno State Bulldogs.
28-20. So they got the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty ballsy.
Well, it's overtime. They got to do it.
Yeah, but they have to go for. Oh, that's right. They have to go for 2 points
after the second one.
That's right. I forgot that. You know, in fact, I'm still getting used to the kickoff. I really don't like it where they just stand there like idiots. Just take it out to the 20. You know, why don't they just say, if you're not going to run it back, and they almost never do, because it's too dangerous, then just put it on the 25 and start the game from there after you score.
Put it on the 50-yard line. You pick two guys, one in each end zone. They run to get whoever gets to it first. That's their ball.
Oh, it's like a scrum with rugby or whatever they go. Who does? Doesn't rugby do that, or who does that? Lacrosse does that. No. They put the things together. Who does that where they run up to try? Is that soccer? Who does that where they run up to get the ball?
No, it's not soccer.
Somebody does that where they have to. Maybe
rugby.
You know, I think it's either rugby or what's the other one that's like rugby?
Australian
rules football. I think. And I could be confused, which would be unusual. 5:53. Holy cow. Flounder, if you don't mind, sir, how about another Christmas poem? Something you look forward to every Christmas time, and you're going to hear it again. A special What Happened on the Night Before Christmas.
It was the night before Christmas, and all through the trailer, my cousins was snoring like 6 drunken sailors. The children were nestled all snug in their beds with the home shopping network stuck in their heads. The ashtrays were full and the beer bottles strewn. Looked like no one would stir, at least until noon. And so I surmised that with a little good luck, the missus and I could sneak in a good nap. I'm not sure. I'm having trouble with that line. I was hoping you could help me with that one.
Rest, a nice rest.
So I and my wife beat her, and she and her teddy broke out the handcuffs and got the whips ready. I just put fresh batteries in all the adult toys when out in the street I heard a hellacious noise. I leapt to the window and ripped down the sheet and gazed in wide wonder at the scene in the street. The full moon was casting a silvery light on a heartwarming trailer park holiday site. A stretch Hummer limo with 8 hookers in back and their fat-bearded pimp with a red velvet pack. He was dressed in Armani with a lizard skin belt, a rock on each finger, and a chinchilla pelt. His pearl-handled Beretta was engraved to St. Nick, and it was tucked in his trousers right next to his wallet. I'm still working on that line,
Pocket watch, could be a lot of things, all right?
I can't get a good rhyme on that one.
That's all right, sir. Keep the flow, keep the flow.
Those gold teeth glittered as the crowd gathered round, and he unfurled a list that reached to the ground. He gave food stamps and vouchers and government cheese to the Hondurans, the Haitians, and the Vietnamese. iPods and Game Boys and stereo equipment all recently hijacked from a big Walmart shipment. And then to his chariot the portly elf sprang, and to the grateful he yelled, "Ain't nothing but a fang." To his curvaceous minions he called, "On Candy, on Brandy, on Maya and Star, on Cinnamon and LaQuisha, get your ass in the car." And I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight to bar skanks and bikers and paid hookers alike, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
There you go. And now that's our friend. That's our friend Tony the Painter. Not Rick the Painter, Tony the Painter from, 1998 maybe, or 2001, or, a long time ago. Did it live on our show, and always appreciate the heck out of it. Anyway, we got more. We're going to do it all tomorrow, by the way. We are on the air 3 to 5 tomorrow, live tomorrow, 3 to 5. And so we'll replay all this stuff and have a little fun and everything else. 5:56. The Babylon Bee, once again, has come out with its awards for the year 2024. Most likely to succeed at killing a president. The U.S. Secret Service. Yes, while other government agencies are playing checkers and slowly weakening the country, the overachieving chess masters at the United States Secret Service stood head and shoulders above everybody else by attempting to throw the nation and the entire world into total chaos by trying to knock off a president. Keep not working hard, Secret Service, and you'll eventually get the job done. Also, Best Disappearing Act, Aaron Judge's bat in the World Series. Not even David Blaine, Chris Angel, Copperfield himself, or Houdini could have dreamed of wowing crowds with such an astonishing magic trick as the one performed by the Yankee slugger who made his powerlifting completely vanish on live television in front of everybody's eyes. And one more. January 6th, best film, The Most Deadliest Day. Many critics have said it may be the greatest, most influential work ever committed to film. We say it's even better than that. The January 6th fake insurrection. Holy cow. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and you and the Babylon Bee. And tomorrow, we again, from 3 to 5, have a little fun. Join us for your Christmas stories and everything else. First of all, 5:58. And Flounder, how about Nucky's Hoagies and the naughty little subsisters, Stacy and Shannon?
Put stickers on your car. Despite what you think they say, no, they read, I'm poor. No one cares who you cheer for or what you believe in. Just drive a little faster. And God forbid if you lost a loved one and you think the best way to memorialize him is by turning your Honda Civic into a moving tribute. Don't. Because the only thing that makes me want to do is T-bone you so you and Junebug can finally be together again. Like my morning commute isn't depressing enough. Now I'm stuck behind you and your word problem, trying to figure out how old this shithead was in the first place. There's not enough information. I got to pull up next to you. Was he a Gemini by chance? 15, too soon. Speed it up. Some of us aren't dead.
And that's our friend
Mr. Daniel Tosh.
There you go. He used to do his own show. Does he still have a show? I have no idea. He used to do a show. It was very popular.
I know he tours a good bit. But.
Yeah. 5:59. By the way, Babylon B reminds us ABC is now in response to mounting lawsuits over journalistic malpractice. ABC has decided to add a ticker telling viewers that for legal purposes, no one should ever believe anything said on ABC News again, ladies and gentlemen, which certainly seems to make a lot of sense. Anyway, 5:59. Holy crap, it's a Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder tomorrow. Christine, sing me home, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. Yeah, hoorah, Semper Fi, and tomorrow, here we go. Merry Christmas. Look out.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app.